all of you. Oh, nights like this isn't the call for you. I am very much a fair weather. I am very much a fair weather Genshin player now. And there's quite literally nothing I can do about it. Oh, they got... Circle Impact, I guess.
Gotcha. Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Branch into song with one heart. Lightning terrified!
Just wait for the little.
It's just one enemy? What the fuck?
Laid bare. Punishment! I'm going in!
Use of force authorized.
What the fuck?
Another rude lot. Things are about to get dicey. Forest? By the frost moon of old.
Oops, I forgot to hit the other version of this move.
Gotcha. Take it easy. Receive.
Nights like this, I need all of you.
Show no mercy. You two. Everybody stand back. Shiver.
Laid bare.
Lolling. Eat Papa.
Cool. Hmm.
Make yourselves at home.
Here comes the catch. Busted. With one heart.
Get with me. I'll settle this. Grow. Sharing my knowledge.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Branch into song by the frost moon of old.
Out of my way. Everyone hold hands. Make
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Lightning Sheriff!
Lush as the moonlight for the everlasting forest.
God, it's gonna be yeah. Really is just gonna be VTubers and Redditors. The fucking
Get to work!
Lights out.
I'm going in!
oh my God, he exploded. Is Auroron enough? Fuck it. He's gonna have to be.
This way, Freeling. The Temple of Wisdom! Out of my way!
Branch into song by the frost moon of old.
Committed to memory!
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now. Busted.
I'll settle this!
Lush as the moonlight for the everlasting forest.
Yeah! Sharing my knowledge!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Dissipate!
A grave trend.
Yeah, this way, Freeling. Yeah!
With one heart, we put.
Out of my way!
Gotcha. Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Yeah!
Branch into song.
That doesn't seem fast enough. I mean, but it's also like this seems like
Will never die. Not too far now. Go. You're free.
Strike a pose!
Strike them down.
My name echoes!
I stand against the long night and purge the dark. The mighty be humbled. Strike them down.
Showing you things!
Free. Silence.
Don't be
oh
scared.
shit.
My guiding star.
Settle down. The time is beckon.
Time to shine. Strike a pose.
Farewell. Time to say hello.
Not now.
Dispel the dark. Be not perturbed. Unscathed. Be sanctified.
Stars shine for you.
Bow your head.
Let the world
That his ass. Oh my God, what the fuck is this fight? This is what I get for being a fucking fair weather Genshin player.
Let the mighty be humbled.
So it looks like if I don't kill the ads, I die.
Make out your stars. Don't be scared. Shower me with
Not too far now. Starlight, dispel the dark. Be sanctified.
Dude, this shit is AIDS.
Roll. Make yourselves at home. Get with me. Lightning, strike.
For the everlasting forest.
This may hurt a little.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. You poor lost lamb. By the frost moon.
Committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom. Out of my way.
Quietly now. Receive my blessing for the everlasting. Here comes the catch.
Our bond is strong. Share my knowledge.
Forest, protect, busted.
The light will never die.
Suffer them. Strike a pose. Let my name echo. Off to the breeze.
Silence. The tides beckon. I stand against the long night and purge the darkness.
Bro, fuck this guy. The cheese freeze is too good.
Shower me with a little amuse bouche. At first,
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
fulfill our pact.
Dude, the cheese freeze is so fucking funny. It's like not even real. Yeah. What are you gonna do, right? Man, increase healing, I guess. What the fuck?
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now. Gotcha. Lush as the moon. By the frost moon of old.
I'll settle this. The Temple of Wisdom. Grow.
Branch into song.
Get with me.
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. Bust. With one heart, we pray.
Committed to memory. Out of my way.
Quietly now.
Okay, doesn't matter. Cheese freeze, too strong.
Show no mercy. Off to the freezer. Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humbled. Silence.
Fulfill our pact. Suffer them. Yoo-hoo! A little amuse bouche. Goose on the loose. Show no mercy. Let the world collide. Shower me with a dodge from.
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Fulfill our pact. Off to the freezer. Strike a pose.
The cheese freeze is too real, dude.
Grow, grow, grow!
Busted. Quietly now. Beetles are about to get by the Frostman of old. Busted. Lush as the moonlight.
Committed to memory, sharing my knowledge.
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
The bond is strong. I'll settle this.
Branch into song with one heart. Here comes the catch. Receive my blessing by the Frostman of old.
Dissipate. Grow, grow, grow. The Temple of Wisdom. Stop. Committed to memory. Cha, cha.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. With one heart, we pray.
I see everything. Out of my way. Our bond is strong. Make yourself at home.
Leave this book.
Hey,
Gotcha. Here comes the
Oh my god, this shit is AIDS, dude.
Forest, protect us. By the frost.
dissipate. This way, Turtle. The Temple of Wisdom.
Busted.
Can be annoying.
Use of force authorized.
Lava in the face, Papa. Adaptive rock. Shower me with praise. Time to shine.
Silence! Let the mighty be humble.
Show no mercy. Suffer them. Off to the freezer.
Settle down. Be sanctified.
Cheese freeze is too good, dude.
This realm. If you ever had
Big titty Lanyan, dude. Burp.
The criteria for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not all that difficult.
Damn. Can't you like look at your team for Abyss? Hey. Cool.
What weapons are we looking at right now? That's right. So we see a hunting horn and we see an IG.
What's happening here?
That's right. And this is kind of what we expected. We already see a mount off from the.
This is so they're going for a mount already with a hunting horn.
Those buffs take a while to set up from hunting horn. You don't want to be away.
It's just like interesting. Is this like quieter than normal? There we go.
Yeah, and seeing a really cool setup here.
The dunk. Someone already swapped over to the paralysis sword and shield, and then the sword and shield is literally the most busted weapon in the game, so I'm not surprised. We got tagged. Okay. Oh, Insect Glaive is still going. Ooh. I don't know if he tried to go for like an offset or something. I don't know why the Insect Glaive player let himself get tagged by the fire. Easy Muerto and Dirt and Frost. Like what? I want to know like what the strategy is.
And there's the Para. We've got the Para, and we can see he's going heavy on the perfect rush to try and get that KO there while those buffs are active. We saw
this Insect Glaive player is like bad.
A bit of damage here, and it looks like our Sword Shield player has not opted to take their max potion to get up to full health, so he's going to be a little bit more at risk. Yeah, trying to chain the CCs right there, right? Those controls against the monster. You have your Para, you don't want to overlap it too early. There's the first flash comes out. There's our flash. Knock the monster down. Keep laying into it. Hit these good hit zone values near the head, near the wings, and near the legs. That's right, and now while Rathalos is flashed, he's going to have a tougher time targeting the players, which gives them a pretty safe damage window overall, but you're not always safe, as we can see that tail swipe take out our IG player there. The but he goes right back onto his Sacred and looks for the mount.
What is happening? Like, what is this gameplay, dude?
Yeah, the trusty Sacred right there, always ready to come grab you out of a bind, get you out of the way of the monster, and get you right back into the action.
These guys are
Yeah, definitely. And it looks
not
like
good.
our Hunting Horn buffs are starting
Is
to wear
this
off.
the
It does look
highest?
Like they're still persisting for the insect.
like, I'm not good. These guys are not good.
Off of Hunting Horn here in Wilds, you're able to carry a
They should have already done been killed this thing.
Players were worried that the Hunting Horn was going to be a little too overpowered by just throwing on buffs and switching to something else. But as we can see,
Like the sword. Why isn't the sword and shield player attacking? What are you doing? What is he doing?
interesting to see that. And I think right now would have been the time to do it, right? While the second mount is still happening, get those buffs reactivated.
Why didn't he sharpen? He had all this time to sharpen. Why didn't the SNS player sharpen?
Starting to lay into the monster again.
Like, what are we doing here? Is this a fucking amateur hour?
Blade player is keeping his triple extract up. We have not seen many rising spiral slashes. It's been focusing heavily on the aerial style here. We do know that this set comes with the airborne skill bonus, which is plus 10% attack while doing attacks in the air. Yeah, and just opting out for that more grounded playstyle over spamming the rising.
It should have already been killed.
A little bit of a risky play, but it guarantees that your triple buff stays active for the hunt. Yep, absolutely. But one thing we do notice with the insect glaive is we saw a flare damage.
No, bro.
There. And so flare is a skill that the insect glaive has on its set that allows it to build up wounds faster. Those big red marks. Ooh, big. There we go. Our first cart of the evening.
They carded. Ooh, it's over.
Hate to see that. I mean, that's just going to be a huge time sink. And now the insect glaive player is really up against it.
It's super over.
Target right now. Yeah, let's rally for these hunters. Let's see them get That's right
Right,
back
cheer
into
'em
the
on,
action.
Why are you using aerial? Oh my god, this aerial. Don't use aerial instant. You missed the fucking dive.
Right back into the action. No long run backs. No running all the way to raid house.
Oh my god, this guy doesn't know how to play fucking glaive.
Camp 16. Oh, I know a lot about that Camp 16.
He's not even focus targeted. He's constantly pivoting back to the fucking monster. You have a focus target for a reason. Set that shit to tap. Jesus fucking Christ. He missed the dive again. Dude, this guy is ass. This is a fucking B.
Controllers, we'll call it CC for short. And there we go. Rathalos falls. Very nice. Very good first attempt here on the
Fucking
4 minutes, 30
awful.
seconds. I saw they right at the very end. We'll get a confirmation of our final time here in a little bit, but what a great first
Oof.
of the day. Yeah, absolutely. We got to see a lot of different strategies on play. We got to see the weapon swapping. We got to see mounts, para, KO. And we got to see our first cart right out of the gate, so nobody else feels any pressure of not having to worry about that.
They're just doing everyone a favor here, right? Just get rid of the pressure of the cart instantly.
Exactly. Very nice.
These guys are not good.
That's right. Yeah, you got to look out for your members.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love seeing just right out the gate the versatility of weapon swapping, right? Let's set up the hunting horn buffs while we're in the mount. While we can't really do that much damage anyways, set up our buffs, give the team a little bit of an extra push, and then swap over to a paralysis control style kind of weapon. You have KO and you have paralysis.
It's like, there's a couple of things they could have done.
And so what's super nice about that is, the SNS is so versatile. Like you said, you can do the KOs with the shield. We saw a lot of the perfect rush spam there in order to get as much KO damage as possible. We're able to drop in the falling bash on the finisher. It's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, I also love seeing the versatility of IG, right? You have the aerial style and you have the grounded style. And so we'll see from our team right now if those decisions were, their plan, their strategy all along. We're going to throw it over to Joe for our interview with Team Bruh.
All right, Team Bruh, our first round of the evening. How do you guys feel about that run?
I'm happy to be here. Could have been better.
It was fun. I had a hell of fun. There's no complaining from me.
So a little pressure in this being the first one of the night. How did you feel like kind of dealing with that? With the expectation, you guys got to set the standard.
We were just hoping for the best. Here to have fun.
I mean, these guys are bad. I don't know what to say.
Still, I think so.
All right, so then tell me a little bit about the strategy. So you started out with the hunting horn, you switched over to SNS. You pretty much stuck with Insect Glaive the whole time. Let's talk about that.
So I used a hunting horn to buff at first, and then I swapped to my main, which was a sword and shield. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
I was just looking for like aerial control, keep it steady, pace, not moving all crazy to try to chase it with a gun. I like Insect Glaive. It's fun.
Yeah.
So we had a
He's
chance
bad
to
at
talk
Insect
just
Glaive.
Before we got out here, we were talking about how Rathalos is a tough hunt. There's a lot of things. I mean, we had Chemitrice in the qualifier, but you know, it's kind of more early game hunt. This one's a little bit more challenging. Tell me about that.
It likes to move around a lot. It likes to stay up in the air,
Hello?
so that makes it challenging to have a consistent run with
Well, I'm watching the monster in the tournament. And it's pissing me off because these guys are bad.
Because you're like, I'm trying to look around. Oh wait, don't look around. You gotta focus.
They're like really bad.
So keep it
It's
focused
actually
on
kind of
the
funny.
scene. Staying on the monster was trying to be like my
Yeah.
A1 thing.
Well, no, yeah. They do like a timed
Before you guys go, I do have to
quest
ask
with
you,
preset gear for
us,
PS5,
fans,
but it's just like watching
what was
people
different?
not do.
Bros request
It's just people are bad at this game. It's just crazy.
That's something we do a lot in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
No. Like there's just more optimal. Like if you're really sweating to kill something fast, there's things you can do. And it just bothers me that these guys are just like, yeah, we're good. And it's like, you're not good. No one else just wanted to play this fucking game because it's bad.
All right, everyone. So while we are getting set up
It's
for
true.
our next hunt, let's take a little bit of a look at our last hunt, right? You know, Team Bruh, they were talking about a little bit of
Is it
their
bad?
strategy and a little bit of, you know,
Is it really?
what their intent
Is it
was,
crossplay on PC or no?
right? Using IG for that aerial control.
Is there
using
PC?
Hunting Horn for the buffs right out the gate.
Look.
And you know, we can see
Really?
right here, we're getting
Oh, this. Oh yeah. They have the replay app. Yeah, bro. Just look it up. It's on. Just look up Monster in the Tournament. You'll see it. It's bad. You don't have to look it up. Please don't look it up.
Exactly. So while your teammate is mounted,
Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on the Monster Hunter channel. They're showing a replay of the first team.
During that time, what we typically recommend that they do is, you know, sharpen or heal or
Taking
buff
a
back
nap.
up, and they use that perfectly to buff and then swap to the sword and shield, which, you know, learning Hunting Horn to get some buffs early and then switching
Taking
that
a
to
nap.
a weapon you're very comfortable with in the sword and shield for that crowd
Taking
control.
a nap.
It's just
Yeah.
a super smart way to go. It's
It is.
unfortunate for the
It's
card.
a great way to set up the hunt, right? And if we look back at the beginning of this, we can roll it back just a little bit. You know, we will see right at the beginning, right when the monster hits the ground,
Mm-hmm.
the SNS is in there to start out the damage, right?
Yeah,
Hitting
exactly.
those perfect rushes.
Sword and Shield, dude, is
hit on the
like
head. Here, we can
there's
see
a
that beautiful
there's a
fly.
couple of things they
Now
could have
we put
done.
it back and
We can go
forward.
straight from
This
right here.
There's a couple things that they could have done. So the Insect Glaive player never got 3 buffs, so he's failing to use the enhanced moveset that the weapon has, which is the player on the left. And then the player on the right is just missing. In fact, the player on the right died.
What your options are with
He's like really bad.
especially a monster like this.
And it's like he has a couple of things that he could have done.
That's right, exactly. Like we said,
They're just bad. He's not even using like the good combo. Like I don't play this weapon, but like there's a certain combo that you can do. They could have CC chain stunned it too. He could have been doing pure impact. It's not good.
It doesn't always work out. The monster doesn't always react exactly how we'd expect. But as we can see right there with that paralysis.
That's what I think he does have a lockdown, but the other player, he has lockdown. It's just weird. There's just a lot of things they could have done. And then the Insect Glaive player, he didn't do the fucking the tech with the Insect Glaive. The thing I always bitched about. And then the roar, they can't roll the roar. Bro, oh my god. Yeah, it's just a replay of the first while they're getting the second players in ready to go.
Yeah, that super important flash,
The flash,
right?
exactly. We knew it would be a part of most of these teams' kits. We heavily expect to see those flashes involved in a lot of these runs because, again, he's up in the air. You're not going to be able to hit him as much. The hit zones on the legs, you don't do as much damage as if you can focus, say, the head on this monster. And so
It just, and then you'll see it's around here. I think the Sword and Shield player dies,
at all.
which is crazy because he literally has a fucking shield.
Hearing it from Team Bruh. This right here, when the monster, when Rathalos gets up off of
Yeah,
the
he
ground,
should have. There's just a lot of things they could have done.
he is more aggressive. He's feeling
Let's see.
large, wide hitbox.
Could have gone for the tail cut there the whole time. He's just like missing. He's like letting himself get hit by the thrashing from the mount, which is like, what are you doing? There's like a couple things he could have done. He could have.
The next mount takes even longer, and that's why we saw the Insect Glaive going.
Like I don't know what he's doing. Like he could have fucking.
Second mount takes so much.
He could have sharpened his sword so he's at full blue sharpness. He could have done the dive back, leap forward attack.
Which is just, again,
There's just like an infinite amount of things he could have done to actually help the damage. Because people are saying it's like you deal reduced damage, so it's not worth it. Damage is damage, especially in a tournament if you got to fucking kill the thing fast enough. Like that leap back attack he just did right there. He could have done that sooner the whole time while the monster's fucking thrashing. He missed the head.
In this kind of a setting.
Well, I think what it really sets you back is time for the one hunter to be away. Yes,
It's just they could have hit the legs, they could have hit the head, they could have gone for the tail, they could have been. It's just I don't know, man.
them and their teammate, they are now the sole focus of Rathalos's attacks, and so having to deal with
It's just
that means
insane.
you have
It's just
less focus
insane. I want to see what the other players do.
yourself, not just that your teammate
I hope it's not everyone just running the same combo weapon. I don't even know what weapons are in here.
Yeah,
And he gets tagged and he's gonna die right here.
you can already
Yeah, he this is a horrible fucking decision. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
It's also this kind of cadence of the fight, and you know, making sure that you have the
And I think they rewind it on the replay. It's like he camera snaps at like the wrong time. He should have just held up his fucking shield.
Rathalos, we have the shield with the sword and shield, of course, that allows them to block. So if Rathalos is focusing them, they're able to tank that damage, even if they're not able to deal the damage. And it's really unfortunate to see them fall like that. But honestly, it was a
This,
very
like-
nice run from Team Braun.
No, absolutely. So I'm excited to start seeing some of the other runs that we have coming up, right? And we'll see some of the other strategies that are implemented during, you know, this hunt, right? This is just one of many strategies that you and I were talking about.
Absolutely. Yep.
No, and so
Yeah, so I guess the reason why we're seeing a whole replay is they give all the contestants 5 minutes of prep time to fuck with the settings how exactly how they like it, and then they can go into the quest pre before you know they're on camera to see if like, hey, is everything good to go? Do you like it? Is this how you want your settings to be? And they're like, okay, you're good. Okay, you're on standby.
That many other weapons don't get. You know, if you have a lance or a sword and shield, you may have to.
And I'm getting angry.
Attacks, but you have the eye counter and the foresight slash that you can use to get through these attacks with longsword. That's definitely.
Hello,
something
Miss Angelica.
we
Mrs.
see
Angelica.
often. We also, again, are huge fans of the hunting horn here in Monster Hunter Wilds. Would not be too surprised to see that pop up.
Donya, dude.
Yeah.
Times.
Hun-
Yeah, give it
hunting
up
horn
for
love. I
Hunter.
don't know
It
why Jared,
hurts.
we mentioned hunting horn, everyone starts cheering.
It
Let's go
hurts,
hunting horn,
bro.
right?
Absolutely. It's a weapon that's been in for a while, hasn't always gotten its flowers. It was beautiful in Rise and Sunbreak, one of my favorite weapons to
I did
play.
see it.
I'm very
One on
happy
Insta?
that it is
Let me see.
very, very strong here in Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And what we've talked about is
Let me see him
let's not
again.
care about sharpness. That's something you have to
Going on the whole
remember
week.
arena
Look at
quest
that.
is
Dude, why am I like a fucking
things like protective polish,
why am I like a fucking big body Bugatti? Do you see that? Jesus Christ.
because the higher your sharpness, typically the higher your damage.
Yeah, and you know, like you were saying, it doesn't care too much about it, and which is why I think it's funny. It's the only weapon in all of the sets that gets blue sharpness.
Right, exactly. It's a little ironic for sure.
Yeah, and so the sharpness management of it, right? If you don't know, sharpness also plays a part into how much damage you deal. When your sharpness goes down, your damage goes down, and there's
Body
a huge
Bugattis.
jump between what green and yellow,
Yes,
right?
yes. It is a massive jump.
I don't know, but I remembered as soon as I got home, I was like, damn, I never got Thai food with Vince.
And so with a lot of these weapons coming in with green sharpness, you really want to make sure that you're staying at least green.
I got my bar taco chip
Sharpness, which
in my luggage ready to go.
multiplier than the green sharpness. So we're looking to see a lot of
There's a lot of things we weren't able to do.
this one.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I also just like the fact that you have a weapon that is ready
it's been.
to KO. Right? You just
But I was
can't
also
KO
dying too, remember? And then we also had a lot of money.
all of the sets.
Exactly. And like we talked about with that sword and shield, you see a lot of paralysis, and you can have some KO potential, but the hunting horn is completely built around that.
Yeah, and so we've talked a lot about these, and we're going to talk more about this too, right? But we're going to send you over to our pre-qualifier interview with our next team.
Which is the Karting Club.
Yeah, we did. We didn't sing all the good songs, but I mean,
And we are the Karting Club.
it's okay.
Yeah, shout outs to
We-
the
we
cart
sing-
game, right? Yeah.
We could have sung the other song. What's the other song? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And we could have just.
How do you guys think you're qualified?
No, we didn't. And I know, and then just
Bad
break.
down placement, but we were able to adjust and go on the fly, and I mean, feel pretty good about it. after
Yeah,
this.
honestly, we
Pretty decent.
ran through a couple scenarios, and throughout the practicing that we were doing for this specific arena quest, we just made sure that
rate my man's beard on the right. No, there's no way.
XYZ happened, so then that way
Actually, not.
we at least
He's cleaned up.
could.
Damn.
I think everything considered, we
I
did
think
pretty
these guys should be. He's a longsword player? No fucking way.
And so we are going to get to see some. I mean, these are some friends of mine. So there's no bias
Maybe we'll
here,
see.
I promise.
No bias. We'll see what's happening.
But
We don't determine their times. They've still
no,
got to
yeah,
earn it.
they do it themselves. However, I've been watching these guys practice for a while, and I kind of know what their strategy
Do
is
it.
going to be here a little bit. So you're going to see something a little bit different. So let's give it up for our next
Is it?
contestants, right? The Karting Club. I'm excited to see what they got cooking.
Yeah, absolutely. These are some guys that we know very well from the content creation space. We, of course, have Nightside, who's huge with the kart game series. And
Let's see.
it's an awesome speedrunning event. Very
Mr.
similar to this.
DJ.
It's great to see some community representation in that here today.
Yeah, and so we're going to start rolling into the game right now. So we're going to be first looking at what weapons did they pick? What do we see?
And we are seeing Insect Glaive and Hunting Horn right out of the gate again. I'm not sure we'll see the swap to Sword and Shield.
Let's see what's happening. So one of them's Hunting Horn and the other one is Insect Glaive. It looks like this is the meta fast DPS combo. One of them Rocksteady, the other one has one song set up, 2 songs, 3 songs set up. The bubble setup.
Good damage, as long as you know how to place yourself, how to deal the damage with the weapon, and you can stay aggressive with it. You can stay.
Okay, so you got the offset already? Yeah, and he's got him in the bubbles. Okay, okay. Damage.
So as he's queuing and playing those songs, those echo bubbles are going to be
He's got one bump in.
dealing more damage. So you see
That's why.
circles on the ground.
And then he's setting up more songs. He's got 2 songs ready to go, and he's got 1 bubble ready to go. But up.
Damage pop up from those, and that really adds
They're near the pillar because they're trying to go for a mount, and then if you go for a mount and you're near the head, you can get it to crash into the pillar for extra damage. Boom. Yep, they got the dunk. Yep, they got the KO. He's got 3 bubbles on there. Yeah.
he falls right into those echo bubbles. It looks like
The insect player, what is he doing? He got triple buff. He does.
we get a focus strike right there on the head.
Yeah, he's got the buff, so he's immune to roars now. He's got the explosions going on with the bug. It's hard. I'm trying to judge what's happening between both of the players. They're both really good. They got a lot of stagger locks going on. Dodged the fire. Dodged. Insect player got tagged. That's fine. Boom. Head bump. Good knockdown on that. Insect glaive. Tornado slash. There you go. Yep.
Message pops up. Hey, Rocksteady's worn off actually, and you're like, oh, really?
It's always at the worst time too, right?
Of course.
Oh, they tried to flash it out. Oh, that was so bad. He got tagged. Oh, that was an unfortunate miss on the flash. It's okay. He fully healed. Boom. Boom.
Another way to do it, whether it's with a mount or just knocking the monster out of the air with a good amount of damage right underneath them. They can hit with the toes, they can hit the tail, they can try to hit
Well, Hunting Horn would have been done already. That's a fucked up. A second dunk successful.
Right as our Hunting Horn sets up another echo bubble.
Insect glaive. What is he doing? Why is he not doing the fucking rising tornado? All he has, that's literally his best move.
16-second time. I'm still keeping an eye out for a skull icon on the map
right.
too, so you know when the end of the hunt is approaching. You can always kind of
One tornado.
That looks like beautiful rising spiral slash, making connection all the way through with the wings, right?
It's one of my favorite new moves here in Monster Hunter Wilds. It's one of the highest damaging moves, and it really has pushed Insect Glaive massively up the charts as far as damage goes. We see another one there to try and go for Rathalos. If he can bust his wings, that actually reduces his aerial capabilities quite a bit, making this fight actually a lot more manageable. Now, with as short as these fights are, it's not often we're going to be able to get huge part breaks, but some of these sets do come with part breaker. The Insect Glaive being one of them.
The Insect Glaive, yeah. Flare and Heartbreaker there.
Yep, it's a deadly combo for sure. Not one we see very often in
They're
traditional
both getting
speedrunning.
tagged,
Again,
bro.
that is the beauty.
The Hunting Horn player is once again the best player here.
Arena quests with pre-built
Dodge from the fire.
sets
Yep.
that maybe we don't get
The
to use every day.
bubbles.
Yeah. We're seeing some fancy play around.
Bubbles to breathe.
We're seeing the skull come up. He's
There's
getting
our
close.
skull.
We're seeing
We have
about
a
3.5
wound.
minutes.
There's a wound on the leg right there. We're trying to
Hunting
get it.
Horn goes for it.
What is
There
And
it
there he
is.
goes. Very nice. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes 29? Not bad. The Insect Glaive player. These Insect Glaive players are not good.
That's a.
This one was better than the last one, but I mean, he should have been like constantly spamming fucking
Other than that flash, it makes you really wonder.
tornado slash the whole fucking time. That's literally the move.
Yeah, even lower with that, right? And 3 minutes 29 seconds, and one really large, kind of egregious error, right? If we're gonna call it anything like that. But for the most part, it looked like they had their strategy. It looked like they were staying aggressive on the monster. They were staying, glued to him, right? Even if he was in the air or even if he was on the ground, they were right there at the monster's head, at the monster's
That's right.
feet, at the monster's tail, still dealing damage.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Every time they managed to pull him down out of the air, it was right on top of where their Hunting Horn had already set up his echo bubbles. They were just flawless, almost to a point.
Yeah,
and it's just unfortunate to see that little stain there on that run, but man, that was a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a immaculate placing of Echo Bubbles. Because you know what? I know whenever I do it, the monster just runs away.
Oh, every time.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and throw it over to Joe, interviewing our team.
All right, I'm here with the Karting Club after a pretty intense run. DJ Johnny, Nightside, part of our Capcom Creators Program. How you guys feeling?
Good. You know, we did our best. We obviously had that little slip up with the flash bug, but we were able to turn it around and, you know, do pretty well.
And we didn't cart, so, you know.
You're not living up to the name, Karting Club? You didn't cart at all. So pretty great run from the start. You guys just constantly kept Rathalos down. The flash, I think, was the only thing, but you guys quickly recovered. Tell me about just like the thought process of just trying to like, you know, you have something like that, but you just quickly recover and keep going.
Yeah, so actually the start kind of didn't work out for us. I messed up and got hit by the roar, but I mean, the main thing that we wanted to do was just try and knock it out of the air. And as soon as we knock it, we had to KO it. And then from there, we just keep locking damage onto the head. Anytime a wound pops up, I would take it to try and set like a bubble down, and we would just try and keep it on lockdown. But, you know, we ran into a couple of snags here and there, especially, you know, that, you know, missed flash. But I think, you know, we're still pretty satisfied with what we did. I mean, getting to top 6 was already an amazing experience, and being able to, you know, compete here is already great. So, all things considered, amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
White Plains.
Echoing what Nightside said, yeah, I mean, it's so great that we were able to compete here. We made it top 6. You know, it's been a lot of fun seeing a lot of the Monster Hunter community just come together and cheer us all on and cheering the rest of us. Woo! But yeah, no, I mean, shout outs to our communities that are watching at home right now through Parodi, Forest Raider, the Monster Hunter as well. Yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out here. Really appreciate it.
We'll give a big hand for the Karting Club. Thank you, guys. And we'll toss it back to the casters. Thanks, guys.
And that ox is hungry,
take
bro.
a little bit of a look at what went right and what went wrong in that last hunt, right? Because, I mean, it looked like a lot went right.
Yeah, a lot went right, just like you said. We just had that one little error, but honestly, they turned it around so well, they were still able to dunk Rathalos immediately right into some fresh Echo Bubbles, which mean they're going to last for a while and run up some of those damage numbers. It's just awesome to see. Really, it flowed very nicely, but like we've seen with those flashes, when Rathalos is moving around, sometimes he turns his head just a little bit, and we're not able to see him, so.
I mean, like, flashes, even for me, I just feel like sometimes, you know, they just close their eyes for a second, right?
Yeah,
like, oh, I was
absolutely.
blinking, guys, sorry. And they just whiff entirely.
Yeah.
But we can see right out the gate the difference in strategy, right? Don't go for that mount immediately, which is, you know, a decision, right?
And that offset,
and just using,
can we talk about that?
Using the hunting horn for that offset instead of trying to like set up buffs and stuff like that. You're just staying aggressive, right?
Yeah, and it's really the damage to do that offset while he's flying, because he does a lot of breath attacks, which we're not able to offset as often. So him going for that claw attack, like we just saw there, was what allowed Nightside to get off that offset very early on.
And not for nothing, the hunting horn offset, I struggle with it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, there's a lot of these weapons like the Greatsword where all you do is swing up, and it makes a lot of sense. But with Hunting Horn, you've got to queue it up ahead of time, and then you've got to know when the attack's going to be coming. Hold down your button and release it at just the right moment. It takes a lot of skill to pull that off. So to see that come out pretty much immediately after the opening sequence in this fight was very impressive.
Yeah, and just like every other status too, that offset knockdown is a threshold that you have to build up.
Exactly.
So if you want to get another one, you've got to keep doing it, and you've got to keep doing it. And it's always dangerous to do it right. You're not damage immune. You're just damage tanking.
Exactly.
And you're going to take everything that the monster does at that moment too.
Now, but one thing we will note is that the Hunting Horn set has Counter-Strike. So if they do take some of the chip damage during those offsets that don't actually knock the monster down, sometimes that can activate that skill and give them a huge damage boost, up to 30 extra raw damage, which is far over 10% on these weapons.
Yeah. And so, just talking about, there was that flash, right? He was just closing his eyes.
Circled
I mean,
around,
like, really, let's see, was it the right time? Was it the ability? I would have done the exact same thing.
I would have done the exact same thing.
As
soon as he goes up, hit the ground. Now, unfortunately, none of these sets came with the Blindsider skill. That's a new skill here in Monster Hunter Wilds that allows monsters to be flashed in a wider radius. So even if he had turned away there, yeah,
I had no idea that's how that worked. I learned something new today.
It's it's pretty much a must-have skill if you have free level 1 slots, but with
Yeah.
these being pre-built sets, you know, you're really at the mercy of the monster, and he just doesn't always want to cooperate. It's crazy. We want him to die quicker, and he just wants
We
to
need
keep on
to
fighting.
slay as fast as possible,
Exactly.
right? But but in arena style quests, you get what you get, and this is what they took into the hunt, right? I do like the idea of the healing mantle, right?
Yes.
Right out of the gate, let's just keep that on.
Yep.
Let's just keep our health up. Was this one of the sets that had peak performance?
Yes, actually, our Hunting Horn set is one that comes with peak performance, and we had talked earlier with this horn having the offset melody, which we saw Nightside display very early on. We don't get any healing songs, so it's tough to keep your peak performance up all the time. And so running that Mending Mantle early was a huge help in, again, keeping that damage potential as high as possible.
Yep, and so passively getting health back, right, and keeping your peak performance, because that's just a raw, damage increase,
Absolutely,
right? And
yes.
that's raw is king.
Yeah,
right?
raw is king.
And we
Yeah.
want to make sure that those stay active as possible. So let's
Yep.
talk a little bit about this right here, Echo Bubble. This is a new thing to Wilds,
Yes,
right?
pretty much.
And
yeah.
this is a new tool that the Hunting Horn has. So this one is the blue one, which I believe is Evasion.
Yes, I believe that is correct. And so we can see him using that, and when it pops up, and while your hunter is kind of dancing in a circle building that, you can actually queue up notes. So this is not only big for damage, but it's something you can use to help build your attack boosting songs, as you can see.
Yeah, and it's a cool tool that, while you're doing the Focus Strike, you can queue up a different song in it. I actually had no idea you could do that for a while, so I was like, why don't you queue up your attack boost song in the middle of this? It's like, I could play different notes.
Yeah,
it was
it's
an
incredible.
eye opener for me.
Yes, it's been one of the biggest quality of life changes to Hunting Horn is allowing it to queue up those notes, so that way you can just play songs faster. It takes a lot of brain power to do up to 3 different attacks. You have your top face button, your right face button, and both of those combined. And to combo those while the monster's attacking you and you're trying to dodge around is going to be very difficult. So having those kind of windows with the Echo Bubble and the Focus Strike, like you mentioned, to go ahead and fill in songs where your hunter's locked in place, you're not too worried overall about taking damage, and you can just go ahead and press those buttons without having to worry about anything else, has been invaluable for Hunting Horn, and is a reason why it's definitely one of the strongest weapons here in Monster Hunter Wilds today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, let's just talk about Insect Glaive again, right? The damage potential that's behind Insect Glaive is, I don't think there's a ceiling on it, right? You
no,
have
it's
so many
unbelievable.
hits that you can deal while you're using a Rising Spiral Slash, right? You have your triple buff, you charge
Exactly.
up your B attack, your circle attack,
Yep.
you let that rip, and then you can follow it up with the Rising Spiral Slash.
Exactly. And Insect Glaive actually, right before the game released, was that spinning attack right at the beginning before Rising Spiral Slash added an offset, which just gives it even more tools in its kit to help take on stronger monsters, do faster times, and like we talked about that Rising Spiral Slash.
Smart
yes, it
casual,
uses
the
all of your
Blazer?
extracts, but you can immediately hop on a wound, and if you pop that wound,
All right, I'm
you
back.
get all 3
Vince, let
right
me get
back,
your
and
thoughts on
go for
something.
it
Oh,
again
yeah.
and go for that super high damage.
What are your
And you
thoughts
can just
on the khaki jeans,
Over and
Exactly.
over.
the
this
crew
set,
cut
having
shirt, but the
players built
blazer?
into it just means you're making
What are
that
your
many
thoughts on
moves.
just wearing a
Exactly.
blazer
That's
to
one of
be
my favorite
formal?
parts about playing Insect Glaive is when I hit that Rising Spiral Slash and I pull open a wound.
I can't see
during
their
it, and I can
shoes.
just immediately grab that
Right
wound
out
with
of
a
the
Focus
air.
Strike. Exactly.
You're in the air, you can Focus Strike right out of the air, you're like, it's right there.
Basically,
That
you
was
know the
perfect.
hosts of this tournament, they're
and you
only
just
wearing a blazer to look
take it
formal. What are your
right
thoughts on it?
there. I
It's
don't
like
know, I love
if
Insect
we
Glaive
went
because I
out
can't really
to the
figure out the
speakeasy
controls myself.
and we're still wearing our
There's a
jeans and
lot
our
of
shirts,
that
but we
you
just
gotta
threw a
address.
fucking blazer on
Well,
top.
one of the nice things that they added is while you're in focus mode, which is again
Both
with
of 'em.
Monster Hunter Wilds allows you to aim your attacks a little bit more fluidly during combat. When you attack
Right?
normally, your bug goes out and gets extracts for you, so you can focus.
Yeah,
on
they
the
do look like
red extracts
umpires.
or the wings to get the white, or the body to get the orange. So you're not always at the mercy of holding down 17 different
Mhm,
buttons
mhm.
to try and send out your bug.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of the Sunbreak assist bug, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
when you're using the
Yes.
assist bug, all of your attacks had the bug go out with you. I love that, right?
Yeah, it's
You
great.
use a slashing weapon with a KO bug. You're doing a little bit of both,
So
right
fun.
in your normal damage combo.
Yeah,
It felt like SNS.
Exactly. I know, so much versatility here. And we've seen that with other weapons like the Lance gaining shield bashes finally in this game. Every time you block, you can do a little shield bash on your Focus Strike. I mean, there's a lot of versatility with each of the weapons that you can choose here in Monster Hunter Wilds. You really just can't go wrong.
No, you really can't. And it's really cool to see how everyone's using the weapons here, right? Because we only have 6 weapons, really.
Exactly.
Three sets, 2 weapons each set, only
That's
6
right.
weapons total that they get to use. And it might not be their main. They,
Exactly.
you know, some of these people might not have, some of the players today might not have used Insect Glaive, Hunting Horn, SNS, their
That's
choice
right. We heard
for
a
today.
lot of hammer mains in the qualifiers.
Yep.
We don't have a hammer option. Jow Bagel, Switch Axe, Enjoyer. He loves that. Not available today. He'd have to learn something completely new. So we really got to hand it to these competitors for stepping out of their comfort zones and coming into weapons that they may not be super familiar with, or they might not main all that often.
Yeah.
And still coming out here and putting on a show for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's the great thing, right? It's the learning curve of Monster Hunter. You know, there's always another thing to learn. There's always another thing to do.
Exactly. You never really feel like you've mastered all of them. You might be able to master your main. I know you'd probably swamp me in a Switch Axe competition. But if it came down to Charge Blade, I might have a little bit of an edge there.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so much versatility. You can take different armors and different weapons and just combine it in a multitude of ways and make the same hunt completely different.
Oh, completely different. It's the Monster Hunter roguelike that I always say. Monster Hunter roguelike. All right, so we are about to send it over to our next qualifier interview.
That's right. We're going to be meeting up with the Taste Technicians.
Hi, I'm iCandy.
I'm Luke. My name go under is Mordred.
And we're the Taste Technicians.
Great. It's great to meet you both. Just have a really quick question for you. How do you think your attempt went today?
Honestly, really, really good. Because when we came into it, originally I had to even learn a whole new weapon for this because originally I'm a hammer main by default, but I picked up dual blades for it, and we were practicing a few days in a row, and for the times that we were practicing, we got a lot better and actually did really well in comparison to those times.
And I'm the same here. I had to learn dual blades again, and it's a lot better in this game. I like it a lot. And this is actually our best time. On practice.
Is PB'd here?
Yes.
Nice. Well, congratulations. We'd love to hear that. We learned new weapons and personal best, like, in qualifiers. That's awesome.
Very impressive.
All right. And so before we jump into our next hunt, what do you think? You know, do you think we're going to see the similar strategies that are still happening here?
Yeah, I would expect to see very similar strategies. When we talked to these teams this morning in our interviews
Burn
after the
myself.
qualifiers, a lot of them had been practicing. A lot of them are practicing Rathalos even more than Chemitrace, and that shows a lot of confidence, of course, to be practicing for the finals before you even make it out of the qualifiers. But I think that a lot of these guys talked about looking on YouTube and going to different speedrunning discords to kind of see what the optimal strategies were and then seeing if they could copy those. And so that's something we really expect is a lot of consistency here. We're going to see those flash pods. We're going to see that hunting horn. Just really depends on if we go double hunting horn. Do we bring the Insect Glaive for mounts? Do we just bring it for the crowd control? Do we bring it for the wound potential with Flare and Partbreaker to help keep Rathalos out of the sky?
Yeah, because that's the main part, right?
Exactly.
He is the king of the skies for the reason. He wants to be up there. And
These two players are going to be bad.
He's the most dangerous. Our one cart today that we have seen happened when the Rathalos was in the air.
Exactly. It's that lingering fire breath. It's hard to tell exactly which direction he's going to go with it. I know when I was doing this quest to kind of prep for this tournament and get a feel for it, I got hit by that and carded by that quite a few times, which I'm not proud of course. But, you know, that's just the dangers of Rathalos. Of course, he's the flagship. He's the face of the series as a whole. He's meant to be a difficult fight, and especially in this more controlled situation where you may not have your favorite weapon or your favorite armor set or even your
Pick
favorite
me up a
skills.
beer while you're there.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, especially that comfort, right? You got to have that comfort going into the quest. So we are about to jump into their next quest here. Taste Technicians.
Time to watch how good these guys are. And by good, how bad.
Right now.
Is that a bowgun?
Which is our first one out here, and the Sword and Shield. Again, we've talked about that crowd.
Is that a heavy bowgun?
Oh, grabbing
Missed the
some
rock burst.
pods, some single ammo here
Very
to
smart.
use.
Yep.
Yeah, it could just be something that helps interrupt the monster.
What is he?
I'd
Okay.
be interested to see this heavy bowgun. We have a the rock steady mantle already equipped, just to get some early, you know, hits in while your HP is still up, right?
Exactly.
You want to
and
use
it
that
looks
tool.
like he went for the offset there and was unable to get it. That heavy bowgun switched to the special ammo that you need to use in order to access heavy bowgun's offset attack. It takes quite some time. here,
Sniper?
so that's definitely a difficult one. And another thing we've been noticing a lot is when we hop into these fights, the Rathalos is up in the air, and you're unable to sneak attack him, which was a big strategy used in our qualifiers. The
Water?
have a crazy amount
Get
of
closer.
damage.
Critical
Monsters in the
distance.
air, you're just
Get
able to
closer.
off, and so you can't always start the fight as consistently as you would like.
Yeah, poison ammo coming out from the heavy bow gun to get that poison tick damage started. Staying in front of the monster. What is that? Sticky ammo, right, for the head?
It looked like it. That might have been a wound there.
There you
He's
go.
going
That's
full
definitely the
machine gun
damage.
right here, which I'm a big
And
fan
then
of.
there's
As
the
the
parry.
parry
Oh
comes
my
out,
fucking god.
which is
That was a good
good.
time for that. That was in the middle of a
Yeah,
flinch
very
when you
nice.
can kind of hold the monster's head in one spot. That machine gun's a little hard to control, and when you spin it around a lot, you can't really
It's
re-aim
very
it.
important with that machine gun that you hit repeatedly. As you hit repeatedly, your damage goes up, and if you miss, your damage drops back down. So getting that paralysis during that allowed him to ramp his damage up even higher. Although he was not necessarily aimed at the best hit zones. As you can see, he was hitting white numbers on the wings instead of maybe those juicier orange numbers on the head.
Super satisfying. The perfect guards out of the heavy bowgun shield. I just love that. The noise of a perfect
It's so
guard is
good.
just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's been one of my favorite weapons as of late, with Seregios being added and having that evade reload style play of spread heavy bowgun. And one unique thing about the perfect guards on the heavy bowgun is that after you perform one, you can dash in any direction very quickly and cover a lot of ground.
So angry at this
Great
fucking
way to
gameplay.
close space as we see the flash come out here. Nailed it
There you
perfectly
go.
for our SNS player.
He needs to hit the head more. He should be doing the most damage on the head.
Yeah, getting the KO
Good.
hits on the head, our basic circle combo, just put some quick shield bashes into the head while you have that small opening, guarantees that you hit the head, and just make sure that he starts building up more KO damage, maybe see a second KO during this run.
Exactly, and we saw something there from the Sword and Shield that is unique to the Sword and Shield, which a scar will appear on the monster before a wound actually appears, and Sword and Shield can use its focus strike on that scar to help create the wound faster, and it also does a lot of damage, so you can get those wounds out even faster with the Sword and Shield than even maybe you could with Flare on the Insect Glaive.
Quick wound pop there, straight into the charged chop attack, a new addition here in Monster Hunter Wilds. One of my favorite attacks.
What's he doing, bro? Why is he going for?
To use. You don't got much time left. The monster's about to get up. I think a charged chop fits right at home here.
Yeah.
This is
Nothing
like
going into that spinning Reaper into charge
actually making me angry. Ride your secret. Oh my god.
Sword Shield, put it in work, man.
It really
you just
is.
cannot write this weapon off.
It really does, right? It's the master of none. It does everything, not as well as everything else, but it does it all, right?
Exactly.
That's really where it becomes really just like a great tool to use in these kinds of settings.
Of course, it's a jack of all trades, as we love to see. And they've done a really great job communicating those paralysis coming off, the knockdowns coming off, because that heavy bowgun has been able to get off their machine gun on a knockdown 3 times in a row now, which is just an incredible display of teamwork. We see him switch over to normal ammo, which is now rapid fire on the heavy bowgun to get some extra damage in here.
Taking the mount, but a little unfortunate setup here, right? Starting the machine gun at the same time as the mount. We mentioned before, there is a damage reduction on the monster when the mount starts. But the nice thing is here too, you have normal ammo. You just have it.
exactly.
Let's just keep setting it. We can do that.
Exactly.
Quick
It's
little
free damage
knockdown for
now.
the mount.
Very nice
Get
mount.
back in there with your SNS. Keep that aggression on the head. Build me up another para, another KO.
Why is he using normal one?
Both nailed the
He
blocks
has
on the
Pierce.
there, which is very important, as neither of these sets have very high earplugs. With the Insect Glaive set, we have earplugs too. I actually do believe the Heavy Bowgun set has earplugs too, which completely negates the roar from Rathalos, which just makes any roar a free damage window.
Yeah, right. The Insect Glaive and Heavy Bowgun are paired together, so that's why they use the exact same armor set, the exact same skills, but you can switch between the two weapons, between Heavy Bowgun and Insect Glaive.
Oh, Sword and Shield takes a heavy hit there. They're running low on health as Rathalos goes into the attack. We saw our other SNS earlier, but our Heavy Bowgun is able to tank right through that.
See, I love this. You're at. Oh,
Hey,
there we
there
go.
he
There's our
goes.
finish.
Just over 5 minutes. Very nice.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 6 seconds here to take down the King of the Skies in our arena quest.
Jesus
A
fucking
comparable
Christ.
time to what we've seen so far, but still not the fastest time that we have seen so far today.
Of course, yeah. And I think, unfortunately, we have to tack that up to the Heavy Bowgun. While it is a strong weapon in its own right, the innate ammos on this specific Heavy Bowgun are just not as strong as some of the other options within the game. And again, that's just a part of that challenge quest. You're stuck with what you have. You can't bring what you're used to. And so we saw them try to mitigate that a little bit with the Wyvern Fire, with the machine gun ammo. but unfortunately it just wasn't able to quite keep up with the hunting horn pace that we saw earlier.
Yeah, the heavy bowgun only enters that with your normal shots, your water ammo, and then those poison ammo, right?
Yep.
You don't have a lot of tools built into that, but you do have the safety of the nice big shield, and then also your special fire, the Gatling gun.
Yes. Exactly. And one thing to really note is that heavy bowgun coming with water ammo, it's not a super high weakness of Rathalos. If we were to see thunder ammo, that would be a big one. We don't get a ton of use out of dragon
Jesus
ammo, but
Christ.
it is very effective against Rathalos. We saw a lot of speed runs previously where runners were able
This
to
fucking team pissed me off.
Rathalos or Rathian fight with just dragon ammo, which you can barely carry 10 of. And so
That's
seeing
impressive.
that water ammo just kind of makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah, and so, that's just what it comes down to, right? When you are using your tools here, you've got to come up with your strategy. You've got to come up with what you're going to be doing. So let's hear a little bit more from our team about their strategy in our interview with Joe.
All right, Taste Technicians, you guys just finished your run. Take me
Dude.
through how that run went.
Awful fucking.
I'll be honest, wasn't our best, but during the pressure of it, you obviously don't have everything go according to plan. Like, I know I wanted to try to get them. I wanted to try to get a mount off at the very start to try to get ourselves ahead forward, but a little bit. But overall,
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro.
We did the best we could.
Bro
and,
is not thinking.
What the
That move
fuck?
was- You're a casual bro. Just admit it. It's okay.
Well, you guys did awesome. Obviously, being on stage, and like we said earlier, there's no safety net of continuing to try over and over again. You got to do it in one go, and I think you guys handled the pressure well. Take me through kind of like the weapon selection. I think you mentioned that wasn't your main, right?
yes. So normally I am a hammer main. So for all the hammer mains out there, I tried my best to get a stun off. I got one. I'll take it. But normally, yeah, I'll use either hammer or some other weapons. But it was a different experience trying to learn Sword and Shield for this, as well as using it on stage, I would say.
And how about with the heavy bowgun?
For me, it's my second main for Wilds, so I was pretty comfortable with it. But I had to use the ignition more than I'm used to, which I kept forgetting about, but it helped out.
All right, so I don't know if you guys
Jesus
do tons
fucking
of speedrun
Christ.
stuff. Have you guys done this kind of thing in the past?
Absolutely not. This is actually the
So-
first time either of us have ever done a competition, so I'm proud with either of us getting this far.
I
to
can't do
begin
it,
with.
man. Can't do it.
Yeah, I was just here for fun, but yeah.
This motherfucker. Oh.
This far. It's pretty cool.
Well, again, congratulations, guys. You made it to top 6, which
It's
is
all
an
good.
amazing feat. So thanks so much for being here. Let's give it up one more time for the Taste Technicians. All right, with that, let's toss it back to the casters.
All right, so, I love to hear that, right?
Of course.
This is our first time doing speed runs right here on the stage at TwitchCon of all places, right? Oh yeah, we just want to do some speed running. There's a tournament happening, and this is what I keep saying to everyone: if you see it, do it. This stuff pops up all over the place, and the biggest thing is you might actually be the best runner there that day.
Exactly. You never know, and it's something that is so fun about this one-shot tournament. We don't give them a huge time to reset, try again, get their best run. They got to come out here and do it once, and so anybody's day could be today.
Yeah, and I will say that, right, the resetting aspect is the biggest part.
Of course.
One and done. That's how the qualifier went. That's how it's going in the finals here up on the Capcom stage. You get one chance, and then that's it. It's not like the runs that you see on YouTube or you see runners, like even myself doing on Twitch. We reset all the time. We reset for good RNG, for a better opener, for everything and anything, right? You don't have that opportunity here. You've got to hit
everything
consistency.
to go right, and here in this situation, you're at the mercy of the monster. And so that is what is so fun about this is guys that are just here for fun and decide to put themselves in a situation that they're not used to.
Yeah.
Come out here in front of all of you guys and put on a great show.
Hello?
Anybody
What
can do
happened?
it. So we're going to go ahead and go to the replay. We're going to go ahead and break down some of this hunting for you guys.
Yeah, let's take a little bit of their look at their strategy, right?
Cough, cough.
Because
What happened?
the SNS set does come with Hunting Horn, right? Remind me.
Yes.
Yeah, so
correct.
we see just a pure SNS start.
You fuck with one, you fuck with the whole gang, bitch.
restore its
That's
pride
on Metal, like you're bombing.
More like O-bombing, right, Joe?
What?
Get off the stage, Jack. You're bombing. Hey. Got oh, these guys done. Arachnophobia mode. Small land survived the wilds. He looks just like you. So what's the story? So it's just Pixie Conan without the Conan. Hmm. It's on Windows? No, dude. Huh? What? Stop it, Chubb. Go with her, bro.
Going to contribute. Remember that. Bring your SNS. That's your tool. That's your Omni tool. Your multi tool. You just bring that to everything. Just have your SNS.
Shut the
ready
fuck
for you.
up! Shit again.
If you haven't played it before, I highly recommend it.
Oh yes,
Absolutely. So since everybody out here in the audience has been such, an amazing group, some great energy, right? Monster Hunter Wilds USA Championship, they've got a little special treat for you. Check this out.
All right, brother. You good? Sure, I know. The borough of Yonkers, the borough of Brooklyn, the borough of Queens. I think I saw Pat play it once. It looked pretty good, right? Pixies can't swim. Yeah, that makes sense.
And your team name.
We're Bromigos, and I'm Funk.
I'm Baldo. That's a great name.
Thank you.
By the way, how'd you feel your attempt went today?
A lot of ups and downs, but we did all right. We did all right. I mean, could have done better, but we did all right. We happy with what we played so far, and yeah, we'll be all right.
We made a lot of mistakes, but that was a lot of the practice was trying to mitigate the mistakes, and we made a lot of them, but we still ended up doing fairly well.
Yeah, the one and done kind of take in this kind of a tournament setting, right? You've got to know how to come back from those mistakes. That's the real important way to stay fast in Monster, fast and consistent.
Yeah, I saw there's like a ladybug or something, and that shit was huge.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Wasn't that a nice little treat, seeing a little bit of the sound design behind the game?
Is that a frog?
It's very interesting. It's one of my favorite things to see. The vacuum, the glove.
It's so strange.
Rubbing the mic on the plastic wrap.
It's
it's
so
awesome.
strange. But that's all the work that goes into an incredible game like Monster Hunter Wilds, and quite frankly, all Monster Hunter games.
All Monster Hunter games, of course. And even in Wilds, a lot of people were like, oh, it's one of the smaller rosters. We've got 30 monsters where they're doing unique sounds just like that for all of them. And it's one of my favorite parts. Ray Dow is my favorite monster here in Monster Hunter Wilds. And his sound design is incredible. We love Ray Dow here. Big Ray Dow enjoyers, of course. So.
Big Ray Dow enjoyers. So we're about to jump into our next hunt for today, Bromigos.
That's right.
They're going to be taking on the Rathalos next. So, I'm curious to see, right, what other strategies we do kind of develop, right? Do we see that that hunting horn, insect glaive? Do we see what I think is probably one of the more offensive things, double hunting horn? So we're jumped right into the hunt.
Jumping in right
what do we
now.
see? You see a long sword?
I'm seeing
Long.
heavy bow.
Oh no, heavy bow.
Uh oh. This shit is not gonna be good.
Very nice
I'm watching
start.
the tournament.
This allows you to kind of control the
Stop using normal. It's not good. Stop using normal. Stop using it's I'm like that meme from the Breaking Bad where Walter White's in the car. No! Don't use normal. Oh, nice. He got the 742 damage off the pillar break.
He's dropping the wound on the back, so they have the
Stop using normal. Stop hitting the wings. Stop hitting the wings!
New opening for Longsword.
Jesse!
Let's talk about one of the tools that Longsword has.
Okay, this guy's actually doing damage. Oh shit, he's actually doing damage. Oh, I'm scared.
Oppressive and offensive tool.
Oh my god, he knew how to dodge roll that shit back? Was Namo? Oh my god.
Exactly, and it allows you
Nice
to
dodge.
dodge through attacks in order to gain an attack buff for yourself. So by perfectly rolling through Rathalos trying to hit you, you become stronger.
Stop using. I guess he's just trying to use normal ammo for the ignition buildup.
Longsword's strongest moves, it's foresight slash counter, so you can counter while attacking through it and still deal even more damage after the fact.
A great setup there.
You didn't need to do that.
Longsword taking the focus strike that activates an animation, right? We're talking in speedrunner terms now, right? We're going to use that focus strike to lock the monster into a specific animation to create an opening for both weapons, activating that Gatling gun to take advantage of that situation while also using the longsword basic combo here, right? You get your red gauge, you start doing your slashes. Right before your red gauge ends, go for your helm breaker.
Exactly, and that's one of the strongest things also about the focus strike we have from Longsword is that it levels up your gauge, so you can use that to combo in quickly.
Second card.
Oh, we got a second card.
And that was from the exact same kind of attack. He gets up in the air, delayed fire drag. But yeah, let's hear it for these guys.
Rally for Bromigos. Let's go, boys.
It's over.
See them still push forward.
Bros, it's so over.
There's still plenty of time left. Plenty of time left. We have trophies for the top 3, so just because you're out of contention for maybe first doesn't mean you're out of this trophy ceremony.
No, and
any given moment.
They are still in this quest. Now we see another heavy bowgun, right? So we want to really see that optimal heavy bowgun play. Let's stay on the head. Let's activate our Gatling. Even though our weapons or our ammos aren't going to be as effective, we still need to use them to their full potential.
Exactly. It's a great weapon, and even though it might not be the most optimal matchup, we're able to get a lot of damage out of this guy if you just play it correctly. Like you said, focusing those specific weak zones, ramping up the Gatling gun with the Wyvern Ignition to make sure that you're getting that maximum damage that you can get there to keep your DPS up. Now, one thing I'll note here about the heavy bowgun is you can see how close he is to the monster, and he doesn't have the second circle inside his reticle, which means he is not in his critical range, so his ammo is going to be doing less damage as he takes another.
This is just abysmal.
Very low health.
Critically low health, just trying to save it.
Gets off
All
the
right,
max potion.
We are good. You get one of those in each of these sets, right? So you have one little emergency right behind you in case you take a big hit, or even to give yourself that health bonus at the very beginning of the hunt.
We've seen
to
a lot of
doing, bro?
utilize that immediately.
This is so
to jump
bad.
their health to full, because in these arena quests, your meal
You
effects
missed the
don't
first
last.
focus
A super
shot.
nice dunk there as the longsword rebuilds its gauge.
And that's a really cool thing about Longsword, is that they can take the focus strikes here to build up another level of spirit gauge for each wound that breaks.
Exactly. So if you pop 2 wounds and you're in white gauge, you're immediately to red. And one of the other cool things is when your longsword gauge is filling up, after you pop that first one, you can immediately go into your final level of your spirit slash and into your spirit round slash. So even if you only pop 1 wound, you can still get 2 levels much quicker than you would be able to otherwise.
It's really impressive, right? Because everyone looks at Longsword. Longsword's got every tool in the world. You've got fast ways to get your gauge. You've got all of these counters.
Hyper armor.
But I will tell you this: you have to know how to balance all of those tools.
Exactly.
It's very easy to get bullied out of being able to use those things, both optimally and effectively against monsters.
Exactly. As soon as you miss 1 EI counter, or you go to foresight slash and you don't have any gauge, and it doesn't actually count as a dodge if you don't have any gauge, you get smacked by the monster and your whole flow is thrown off. You see a nice helm break into the spirit release slash there, right on Rathalos' head, but we weren't able to get a dunk, which is very unfortunate. We go for the focus strike to bring it down, which is very nice.
Yeah, and they're both at critically low health, but they're playing it very, very aggressively, very dangerously.
They're sending it. What a block.
They're sending it. This is so exciting.
It's coming down to the wire. Rathalos is skulled. Our hunters are skulled, and Rathalos.
Second cart, they still have one more available, so we are okay.
Right.
They can still finish out this hunt.
It's going to rely a lot on this heavy bowgun because Rathalos is going to be focusing him. But they know that Rathalos is close to death, so they're sending it here to try and pull off as good a time as possible.
Oh
no. They failed the quest. How do you fail the quest?
So quest is still
oh my god.
Oh, we get 9 carts in arena.
9 carts in arena.
I do arena so often.
Yeah.
9 carts, so we can keep going.
Still fine.
All right, bro.
of course,
I'm gonna
but
keep
it's
talking shit about
really
this tournament.
difficult, like we've talked about
Yeah,
already.
to get right
being
back into
this-
cadence.
Yes, exactly.
You've got to
It's
get
really
back into the cadence
bad.
of that hunt.
It's really bad.
Longsword already back up to red gauge.
Already back up to red gauge.
Trump
right?
It's incredible. You
friends.
can do it so quickly. Now it looks like he didn't have his focus mode active, so he missed that original stab. And there we
There
go,
we
a
go.
spirit release slash to bring him down. Talk about some style points, man.
See, and that's what we're talking about too, right? Even with 3 whole carts in there, 5 minutes, 55 seconds, that's still with the group, right?
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
still seeing
They're
times that are
definitely
coming
not
out
out of it.
very, very close together.
Yeah, all of our times are very competitive, and what a stylish finisher. That was a
Right?
ton of fun to watch. That's something that I would clip and watch 100 times in a row on my PS5. And
Right,
That's
take
just
notes.
a fun way to end it, of course, yeah.
Take notes. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, just start throwing them up on there.
That's right. I mean, that's gonna get some views right there. That could go viral. I mean, we love to see good longsword. We know good longsword play is just incredible to watch. And when you see a finisher like that, you just understand why it's the most
Feels so
popular
good.
weapon in the
Oh, yeah.
series right now.
Well, that's like the nice thing, right? It's like, who doesn't love a really big, flashy anime sword? You know, you get to go in there, you get to do all of your slashes, and on top of that, it looks cool and it does a ton of damage. Okay, yeah. I'm
Exactly.
sold. I'm
I mean,
sold.
It's hard to make a case against it. So let's go ahead and head over to our interview with Bromigos.
All right, bro, amigos, take us through that one.
Oh, pain. But yeah, no, definitely didn't practice
bad.
for this one as much as we did for the qualifying round. Not a weapon I normally main, but did my best.
Yeah, we had no idea we'd make it this far, so we really didn't practice the Rathalos. We had no idea we'd make it this far, so we didn't really practice the Rathalos.
Happy to be here though.
Well, again, congrats to making it to top 6. I know a lot happened in that run. Rathalos can be pretty unpredictable, but you guys did great. Talk us through. Yeah. Give it up. Talk us through kind of at the end of that run. I think
Damn.
you guys, you knew you're kind of running long on time, but you didn't have much health left. You kind of just like went all for it. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I know. Just pretty much went all for it. Went straight for the head, seen the wounds. Just try to do as much damage as we can, and yeah, it's freaking on me though. But like, yeah, I was trying to guard as much as I could. Whew.
Yeah, I really just had no health left. High risk, high reward. I was hoping every last hit was going to be the last one, but he finally caught me.
Tell me about today's experience going through the qualifier. Like you guys said, you didn't think you would get this far, but you did. Yeah. And now you made it to the finals. Tell me about just the experience of the whole day.
You know, first time tournament, yeah, so it's pretty interesting, pretty crazy to see all this happening. So yeah, pretty crazy, pretty fun, awesome.
I've had a great time. First time entering a tournament as well. It's been amazing. You guys rock.
Hey.
All right, Bromigos, thanks so much. Let's toss it back to the casters.
So it was awesome seeing their hunt, right? And we can kind of see how things can go bad.
Damn,
really
this team is
quickly, right? And you
Just
What do they say?
perseverance.
Not
Ask them
good.
a lot, you know, what does Monster Hunter mean to you? And community was a big one, and we have a great community here today to support all of these wonderful runners. But we heard
all of these people out here,
perseverance.
right? Everybody in the crowd, that's our community today.
Yep, absolutely. But another key theme was perseverance. You know, again, we go back to Title Update 3, Omega, Savage Omega. A lot of struggles. Everybody kind of finds that wall, but persevering, getting through that, getting to the end of the quest, even in a high-stakes environment like this where you didn't expect to make this far, you didn't practice, you're up here in front of all of the Monster Hunter folks. It's very difficult, and so, you know, we love to see that. Still getting after it. They didn't give up, and, you know, they were able to bring him down, and I love seeing them risk it.
Yeah, that's okay. I do that all the time. And I make
Guilty.
the biggest mistakes with this, right? Because, you know, I do long speed runs. I do the whole game, and I get down to the very end of it, and I'm like, I'm a little low, but I know it is too. I'm going to put a trap down now. Oh, it ran me over.
Yep, every time, yes. And when you run into those super long speed runs, of course, you know, the longer it wears on, you just kind of get that going. So, but luckily today we've had some pretty quick speed runs, so let's go ahead and run to a replay of that last one, and we'll go ahead and walk you through what we saw.
Yeah, so let's check out some of the places where it went right and some of the places where it went wrong, right? We started out immediately with a mount here.
Yeah,
and
very
we've been
strong
seeing
opening.
that. we've been seeing that pretty common, right? You can jump off of your Sacred and go directly into an aerial attack. I recently learned SNS can do other aerial attacks
Yes,
out of
I
it,
know.
right? I
There's a
found that
couple.
out.
Yeah.
You taught me that, right?
I think I might have.
And we, I mean,
And
you
one
can
thing we
see-
saw there, if we can take it back just real quick to right before he hops off, we see Rathalos bump into that pillar, and it
Oh,
deals
yeah.
a big amount of damage. And that's something that's pretty inconsistent with these mounts, is he won't always do that. But that's
Yeah.
a great way, if that works out, to get a bunch of damage really early. 700 damage. We're using some slightly weaker weapons. So, I mean, that's a good 5-10 seconds of beating on the monster just for free by getting them out early.
It's somewhere between 3 and 5% of the monster's health, right? Interacting with these environmental traps. And that action is manipulatable but not guaranteed.
Exactly.
When you're riding on the monster, not only you have to be close to the object, you have to be on its head to guide it there.
Exactly.
It's not quite like Monster Hunter Iceborne, where you have the clutch claw and you can throw monsters into
Or the
the
wyvern
wall.
riding in
or the
Sunbreak.
wyvern riding in Sunbreak, right? You have complete control over those animals to kind of lock them down. But in this case, you get that mount, you just kind of got to be in the right situation. And sometimes you get the opener, sometimes you don't.
Exactly, and it was very promising to see that. I'm sure they were very excited about that. We, again, heard that a lot in our qualifiers, is going for the mounts early and trying to get that wall bang because it does so much damage. So seeing that early, we really felt like maybe that would push them kind of in the right direction. But as we saw right there, took a cart, took a hard hit. So not only is the HBG out there, but our longsword is also out of commission, having to heal, run away from the monster until they're able to get back.
And that's such a dangerous position to be in as a team, right? Not only did we both get hit, but one of us carded, and I'm half health. And now I have to figure out, how do I get back up? How do I get myself back into this fight? It is, quite frankly, stressful sometimes, right? To be able to get
absolutely.
right back into that situation.
Yeah, I'd be shaking and sweating up there on stage for sure after that hit if I was either of these two hunters. So, you know, very impressive to see them continue on. What I didn't see as much out of the longsword here are the counters, and that is one of the ways that longsword is such a high damage potential weapon, is they're able to counter attack with the EI counters and with the foresight slash. And we just didn't see that as much. They were using a lot of the focus strikes and the spirit slash combos in order to build up that gauge. But anytime Rathalos was attacking, if it hit them, it knocked them out where they could have potentially countered it instead, like we saw right there. If you go for an EI counter, if you go for a foresight slash, you're able to dodge that attack from Rathalos' tail and instead continue damaging the monster instead of getting knocked back.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's called Foresight Slash for a reason. You need the foresight
Gotta see
on
it
when
coming.
to use it. You've got to see it coming. And most of the longsword tools are like that. So once you lose control over the fight, it does become a harder weapon to really use
100%.
effectively.
Yeah, it's very important to know what the monster's going to do next, and sometimes, you know, we say this, when it rains, it pours. You get hit a little bit, you're not able to react to the next combo, and you kind of just get bounced around by the monster a little bit.
Yeah, so let's rewind really quick because I want to talk about Helmbreaker. I want to talk about Helmbreaker, and I want to talk about Helmbreaker finisher and why I both love and loathe this attack. So Helmbreaker is Longsword's big flashy finisher, right? You're going to set yourself up in the air. You're going to come right back down to the ground. We can go ahead and roll it forward here. We are going to see this attack come down.
Right.
And now, new to Wilds, Helmbreaker has a follow-up.
Correct.
And the follow-up is super flashy. It's super
Spirit
cool.
Release Slash.
See, he knows all the names. Spirit Release Slash is such a cool attack. We
seeing
go
it
up,
right here.
we come down, Spirit Release. You can see how all those ticks of damage land onto the monster. There is so much damage that comes out of this, but landing it precisely, that's the key. And
Very
that is something
difficult.
that people practice for hours on hours on hours. How do I
100%.
make sure, how do I angle myself that all of my damage is going to hit orange or yellow numbers, right?
Exactly.
That's the most damage that we can get out of that. That's the good hit zone on this monster.
Yes, exactly. And another really important part about this, and one of the more beautiful parts about the weapon balancing in Monster Hunter, is that you can choose to not use that Spirit Release Slash, and you'll stay in yellow gauge if you went from red down to yellow. But if you use that, you'll
Cough,
drop
cough.
another level down to white, which means it takes even longer to ramp back up. So something we see from those top longsword players is if there's a wound available, they may go for that Spirit Release Slash, pop the wound, and then finish it out with the Spirit Round Slash in order to jump right back up 2 levels. We didn't see a lot of that here. with just the Spirit Release Slash, which again, it's such a cool move. I couldn't help myself from using it, even though I know it's not always the most optimal, and it drops me down to the white gauge. But man, it's just such a cool move, and we got to see that with the finisher of this hunt, where they finally brought down the Rathalos. It was just, yeah, very beautiful.
It's so flashy. It's super flashy, right? Like, we want to see the longsword do the long, cool things, right? Because it can just do so much. We're gonna fast forward into the finisher of this hunt, right?
Yes.
This really cool, flashy end.
It was our unfortunate double card, yeah, but the finisher, man, it almost makes up for it.
Honestly, you all have done it. Everybody here has done it. You have gotten a really cool kill screen. You hide the menu. You screenshot that. You save it for life.
Oh,
because it's just so cool. I've got hundreds of them still from World,
sure.
hundreds from Sunbreak, and I'm growing my collection for Wilds.
Here we're gonna see it. Helmbreaker, Release Slash, boom.
Oh,
I mean,
see,
look
that's
at
so cool.
all those damage numbers, so juicy.
It's so cool. You stop the He's like right in the middle of an attack. He wasn't laying on the ground. He wasn't sitting in a trap. He was coming for you. You just got him first.
That's right. Oh my word. Bringing him down out of the sky like that, still managing to land a Helmbreaker on the head, and then pulling off that perfect Spirit Release Slash. Like you said, aimed in just the right way to pull off all those big, beautiful orange numbers we love to see.
Yeah, and it's just, I want to see more of it. I really, really do.
Of course.
So we're going to keep this moving, and we're going to head to our next team's qualifier interview.
Here's Heaven and Hell. Meet with each and every one of the teams. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves individually and then your team name.
Sure. I'm Nate.
And I'm Manny, and we are Heaven or Hell.
Any story behind that team name?
We started a Discord server with a close group of friends, and these guys are playing Guilty Gear like every day. So they just said Heaven or Hell, and that was the Discord name.
Cool. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, guys. Thanks again for being out here. You guys put together a pretty good run. How'd you feel like it went overall?
We spent a lot of time practicing because initially we were like just going here for fun, but then we realized maybe we could actually try to compete. So that's what we went ahead and did. So we spent a lot of time practicing. I felt this run, it wasn't that bad. Some things happen, but we move on, we persevere. But
yeah, it definitely wasn't our best run, but it's definitely better than what we would have considered would be bad runs before we started practicing a lot. I have only ever played Monster Hunter games on a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This is my first time ever touching a DualSense controller, so the buttons were a bit weird, so I missed my perfect dodge on the barrels at the start, so that's why I was a little bummed out. But it ended up being a not too bad run overall, so I'm still excited about it.
All right, so we're going to be jumping in with Heaven and Hell next.
Correct, Heaven or Hell, yes. And
yeah,
they were the first team here in the qualifiers to break the 2-minute and 10-second barrier against Chematrix. Our second fastest team coming in to these finals here today.
Yeah, let's hear it for Team Heaven and Hell. We'll see what strategy they take here against the King of the Skies. Are we going to see more longsword play? I'd love to see more
nice
longsword play. I
wristband.
want to see some more flashy finishers. Yeah, or maybe the double hunting horn. I am all here for the aggro duder.
Yep, they had some very strong strategies that they talked us through against Chematrix, and I expect to see a lot of the same here. These guys seem to know their stuff, and so I'm really excited to see what they bring for us today. This is Heaven or Hell.
Yeah, we're jumping right into the hunt.
Double longsword.
I'm trying to figure it out still.
What are you doing?
Double longsword.
Double longsword.
Yep.
So
start straight off with a mount. We've seen this a lot. Again, it allows you to take control right out of the gate. And since he starts out flying, you can't get that ambush attack. So really going for this mount is one of the only ways to make sure that you can start off the fight. Here we're going for the headbang again. 700 damage right out of the gate.
700 damage right up to the gate. Now we can see something here too. Even though you're not the one that has the mount, you can still be doing something, right? Exactly. You can still be
Flashing.
Even though it's not effective,
They're
but
both
you're
going
not
for the
using any
head.
specific
Good.
tool. And with longswords, you can start building up that gauge.
Yeah, we know none of these loadouts come with traps or like paralysis knives or anything like that where we can set up crowd control on the monster. So some damage is going to be better than none. We see one take a big hit there, but we saw a really nice foresight counter from that love.
Nice. Just keep getting hit.
Something that's really, high level to notice with longsword gameplay. Most other weapons, they want to do their attacks as fast as possible, but you will always watch longsword players hold their attacks. Wait till the very last second in case I need a counter, or in case I need to dodge, or in case I need to use something else.
One thing that's concerning me a little bit here is I'm seeing our player Our player 2 going for Helmbreakers on just white gauge. And the higher your gauge is here, as you can see, our player 1 has yellow gauge. It goes all the way up to red. The more damage you're dealing. So going for your higher damaging attack like a Helm Splitter on white gauge is really going to mitigate your DPS overall.
Yeah, and not only does it, you know, deal more, not only do your combos deal more damage at your higher spirit gauges, it also opens up a new combo and a
We have
new
the Crimson
evasive
Slash.
tool.
Exactly, yes. A much stronger version that we just saw there from player 1 of the Foresight Slash, where it's dealing damage all throughout the animation of that Foresight Slash as opposed
This shit's
to
over, bro.
no gauge,
This
one
shit's
gauge, yellow
over.
gauge where you just pull away from the monster, you get one hit right at the end.
Yeah,
Dude, okay, they're both in red. Just keep slashing. Just keep slashing.
These hunters are just
Slash,
trying
slash,
to
slash,
use
slash.
the, you know, toolkit of the aggressive evasiveness of Longsword to lock this guy down. Because
Exactly.
you know the toes on Rathalos, they're still good hit zone.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're not as great as the head, but you're gonna struggle to hit the head on this guy. He likes to fly around. We saw both of them get up to red gauge there and continue to deal damage until it ran out. Very nice. Nice Foresight Slash there from player 1. Going
Yeah,
for
so-
the tail there, underrated strategy in my opinion. I remember when we first started playing, you like to go for the tail, go for the tail cuts.
He's flying anyways, right? What else are you going to be able to hit? You can
Might
hit
as
his
well.
toes, you can hit his tail. I think either is fine, and also cutting the tail puts him on the ground.
Exactly,
He gets stuck,
that would
he
be
gets
a
stuck in
dunk.
a little bit of an animation. You can kind of take advantage.
He
Oh!
died! No!
Dragging
Same
fire breath. It's the
attack
same attack.
every time. That is catching our finalists a little bit on their heels.
But still not out
It's
of
over.
it yet. We'll get to the 3-minute mark.
What am I watching?
We can jump
What am
right
I
back in.
watching?
We are
Oh,
Longsword
yeah,
players
that's
that are
right. It's
aggressive.
Monster
We
Hunter.
need the cadence of this fight
And one of the
still.
great things about this, as we see
A
another
second
cart, but as
cart.
we see Nat Love come back in, is he stays at yellow gauge. You don't drop all the way out, so you
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
to do all the building back up to your red gauge. You can stay right where you're at, and again, like you said, that's
The
kind of beauty of
double
this
cart.
arena. There's one area, he's not running away. You can hop right back in. He's already at red gauge.
Yeah, already back at red gauge, already back into the hunt. We can already see, you know, both hunters are already back into the action. Just a little bit of downtime. Rathalos gets a little bit of a breather, and now they're back into the action.
Very nice Foresight Slashes here from Nat Love. Very nice.
Yeah, and it's the strategy here is just staying aggressive, right? Like if I'm here, if I'm playing, I'm trying to stay underneath them, trying to predict, and it's really difficult to predict what the Rathalos is going to be doing when it's over top of you, when all you can see is its toes or like the back of its tail.
Yep.
It's really hard to, you know which animation is what and how. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yep,
The
you
roar
hate to get
cancering
caught
the
in a roar
Helmbreaker
there.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, it is
brutal.
That's his tool. That's his tool,
100%.
right?
And one of those things with him flying is while we're in red gauge, we have access to something new in Wilds, which is the Crimson Slash combo, which gives you a lot more vertical reach with your normal triangle attacks. And we're seeing them combo that very nicely into our Spirit Slash 1, which was actually discovered very early on as one of the higher longsword grounded combos, is just going for your Crimson Slash into Spirit Slash and back and forth. So we're seeing a lot of that. It gives them a lot of vertical reach and a lot of readjustment pretty much in all directions where you can do a movement input while you're inputting either of those and move towards the monster while you're still attacking.
Yeah. Trying to play it safe here. Call our trusty Sacred. Use the Pure Wasp that's
Endemic
hanging
Life,
out right there,
exactly.
right? Gets rid of your Fire Blight if you had it.
Yep.
Gives you a little bit of a heal over time, stay in the mist. And Rathalos is keeping them right here in this spot. So that's a great tool for both of them.
Yeah, very nice, because you can just stand in it, and like you said, just kind of regen that health. You don't have to worry too much about fireballs and poison. Even
Can somebody say?
Shut the fuck up! Both into red gauge here. Rathalos.
Man, this shit is ass.
Close here. We're just hitting over the 5-minute mark, and so I think we're going to see some sending here. This leg wound should be a huge help. in
Oh,
putting down
great
Rathalos.
topple here. Just staying aggressive against this monster. Going for the Helmbreaker. We just see a cool double finish. Oh, so close.
That would have been so
He's-
sick
oh.
if they had got it right there.
The double Helmbreaker into the follow-up finisher like that would have been so cool, but they have the
Man.
opportunity to still pull this through. Rathalos is on his last legs with that skull icon appearing. We know it's under.
There
it
we
is.
go. And down goes Rathalos. But again,
Damn.
Longsword bringing the style points, man.
It's all about style, right? Like if you're hunting and not looking good doing it at the same time, are you really doing
Right,
anything?
exactly. I mean, that's
no,
kind of a
it's
core part of Monster Hunter is
really
look good, hunt good.
Look good, hunt good. That's the fashion hunting is the true end game.
100%. But yeah, I mean, that was beautiful synchronization. Man, we were rooting so hard for
I was so
Rathalos
ready
to go
for it.
down with that double Spirit Release Slash. Man,
It would have
cinematic
been
or what?
Oh, it would have been so cinematic. And that's why we say we like this weapon, right? That's why I wanted to see double. I want to see these kinds of plays, right? And I mean, you know, this weapon can stay aggressive. This weapon can stay evasive. You know, if you're using your tools right, you can stay really oppressive against the monster. And Rathalos, you know, I always say this, the more aggressive a monster is, the better Longsword performs, as long as you're performing at your best, right? You've got to stay on top of everything you're doing. You got to use your tools the right way, because Longsword has every tool to do it.
Exactly, yes. Plenty of counters, plenty of options, plenty of mobility. I mean, it's really just a limitless resource. Now, we don't have quite the aerial capabilities. Unfortunately, the Helm Splitter doesn't count as an aerial attack, so we're not able to bring it down out of the air as much with mountains or anything like that. But let's go ahead and meet up with Team Heaven or Hell and Joe.
All right, I'm here with Team Heaven or Hell. Guys, I know that run didn't go exactly as planned, but you had a lot of hype there. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we did not practice this quest at all. We came into this just, you know, to have fun. So we did a lot on the first qualifying quest, but this we did not do. So once we kind of felt that, you know, it wasn't probably going to work out, we just had fun, you know, as much as we could.
Yeah, we kind of just practiced the qualifier. Yeah, no, we call him Quagsire. But we practiced that quest a lot, and I'm a Dual Blades main, so that quest came easy to me. I was talking with the staff. I have like 200 hours on Wilds and single-digit numbers on Longsword. So I was just having a fun. The second that this guy fainted, I kind of just decided to throw the win out the window and just wanted to have some fun.
Awesome, awesome. Well, talking about just having fun.
Bruh.
Tell me about the experience of today. So you guys,
They
you guys
just
trained
said,
for the qualifier, and did you do better
what
than you
if
thought you were
we
gonna do in that
just
qualifier?
threw
And how's it been just overall?
for
being
free?
Yeah, we there were some mishaps in the beginning, like when we were actually qualifying and stuff like that. But we ended up having, you know, a good time in that. The people here have been great. Everyone we've met, it's been so much fun. And yeah, let's just give another round of applause for all the finalists. So.
Damn, he knows how to hype.
No, yeah. When he says we had mishaps, I messed up during the qualifier. I missed my perfect dodge at the start, so I thought we just lost the whole thing. But when we sat down and looked at the scoreboard, we kind of just got second place and stayed in second place, so that was kind of lit. But yeah, it was just an overall great experience.
It's
first
lit.
ever of any kind of video game, so it's just been amazing. Like Nate said, the crowd has been amazing. Everyone that I played with, everyone that I talked to, you guys are amazing. Genuinely, everyone did so well today.
All right, Team Heaven or Hell, guys, thanks so much for being here. Let's toss it back to.
I'm watching the Monster Hunter tournament. It's pissing me off because all the bro. If we had gone there on a whim, we would have taken first easily.
Set up for the last hunt. I mean,
These niggas are awful.
right? Like, it's just fun.
You
It's just
had
fun
to have flown over to
do
San
this.
Diego.
You know,
Everyone that's come up here has gotten like over 5-minute kill times on fucking Rathalos. And when they interview them, they're just like, "Hey, what are your thoughts on the tournament? Did you have fun?" It's like, we didn't practice this tournament at all. We just saw there was a tournament. We showed up. Dude, me and Pat could have easily taken this.
Yeah, let's see those top fun moments, right? Because Longsword is just a unapologetic.
They had a sword and shield, so there you go. Yeah, you had a sword and shield, so that's your weapon right there. And they had a fucking heavy bowgun, which everyone that's played heavy bowgun on this tournament doesn't know how to use heavy bowgun, and it pissed me the fuck off. I could have done heavy bowgun to support you. I think we could have gotten it in under 3-minute time. So far, I've seen no one under 4 minutes, and the worst time has been like almost 6 minutes. It is. No. I don't think there's powders or shit like that. I don't know if there's no. Well, no. It's just in the arena. It's just really bad. These guys are ass. These guys are terrible. I am angry.
So maybe you just lock it in and commit to the one strategy.
He went to Stop and Shop with his wife. Yeah.
We can see here this is kind of
No, he came on and then Angelica was saying she was gonna go to Stop and Shop, and he's like, "I'll go with you." So they should be back in a minute now. That was like 10 minutes ago.
Not being able to get up to red gauge, they missed their spirit round slash.
What's up,
we got the
Pat?
other longsword, got up to red gauge and had to go away and heal using that
I'm sorry?
opening. And that's just, it's one of those things that's really tough to deal with, especially early.
No, that's I said I'm sorry. I meant I'm sorry, not like I didn't hear you. I meant I'm sorry as in like I apologize. I exist in a different place.
Make sure that you're able to react very quickly to what's going on in front of you.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
man, I got
That's
pissed
really what
too.
it is, right? Like when you're
I was like,
going
this
fast, you're still
motherfucker.
having fun, and when you mess up, you're still having fun, right? It's Monster Hunter at the end of the day.
It's great.
We love playing.
Dude,
this
if he
game.
touched my clothes,
You know, and we were talking about it earlier, right? Like,
you know what I mean? He was
you've
about to
got
touch my underwear,
got
dude.
The feet Oh my goodness. We've got to tickle the feet.
You know
on
what I'm
Monster.
talking about, bro? He was about to touch my underwear. I would have,
right? You know, 'cause
dude. I would have. Dude, you need to watch that. I Want to Be a Common Rider anime. That shit's so funny.
work with what you're getting, so you've got to be evasive.
So Common Rider.
Your dodges.
You need to watch the I Want to Be a Common Rider anime. It's so Common Rider in Japan is basically like not Power Rangers, but Power Rangers. It's like a guy that wears the beetle mask and he transforms and shit, and then he fights evil. So it's like that era from the 70s, right? And then they kept having like most of them. You know, he rides the bicycle and shit like that. But the anime is about this guy who wanted to be a Kamen Rider because he saw it, and like the first episode is so fucking funny because they're like these guys that are trying to bully a girl and shit like that, and they're like, oh, is this your fucking bitch? We'll fuck her up if you try and fucking do anything. They swing a punch, he's like stops it, and he's like, time for me. Like, if you try and throw a punch, I'm gonna throw this punch back at you. It's actually pretty funny, bro. No, it's pretty funny. The first episode itself is pretty funny. The second episode is hilarious.
And that's what this weapon excels at, is just rolling with the punches. You want the monster to stay aggressive. You want it to.
You don't have to worry about that.
Hit you so you can hit it back.
Yeah, it's for 3 games though.
Be able to do that. I've always said that this weapon had a slow
I'm
start
so
and
angry the more I look at these guys play this game. Anytime I see anyone play heavy bowgun, I'm so angry.
It starts to shine.
Exactly, and you're seeing a lot of that when Rathal's flying there right under him. You're getting these tail swipes, you're getting this firebomb, and again, the firebomb causing
You just got to be ready for it, right?
We've seen that a lot today. It's a very difficult attack to read. Is he going for me? Is he going for
Piss.
my teammate?
Stop it. Make me angry.
He's a little off center, and it still catches him.
I love his reaction to to getting carded, right? Like
Both
both of them. That's fantastic. I mean, you know what? That's why
I think it's still patched in. It's just the reason why people do heavy bowgun mounted combat is because it's the one that suffers the least. Because you get your full, because you know you can still fire all of your ammo, right? And the only penalty is you deal 5% less damage. So it's like, okay.
Try something new, some weapons.
How fun is that?
Yeah,
How fun is
I mean,
that?
it's just great.
Yeah,
when are you
I
going to
know.
get an opportunity to do something like this again?
You don't.
Yeah, we really appreciate these guys coming out, putting themselves into fresh situations where they may be a little uncomfortable. They're up in front of all these watching
Who's this
eyes.
next team? This next team's gonna play up here soon. So
on.
far, if any team goes in, there was one team that actually knew what the fuck they were doing with Hunting Horn, and I was like, that shit's over. So if 2 players actually know what the fuck they're doing with Hunting Horn, they could get in under 3 minutes time easily.
Just go normal speed here, but that is the fun part of Monster Hunter, right? Your synchronized moves. Oh yeah, we both did perfect Retribution
I will
at the
admit,
same time. We both
it's been a while since I just had a random movie night, and it was a pretty good movie night to watch Alien Romulus and then the first 2 fucking Predator movies.
Tell you what, if I was in call with that, I'd have been like,
I know, bro. Hey, it's fine.
Yeah,
It was definitely a good time.
As fun as it gets, man. It's just
I
coming
know.
off a 6 synchronized attack with your buddy. 'Cause that's
Name
not
to
something,
me
you know,
any
with
good
Monster Hunter
fucking
stories,
movies.
We see those double attacks where you synchronize, but that's not something that's innate in, you know, the mainline
No,
games.
it's not. And there's something cool to say about that too, right? Because
Alien Romulus, dude. That shit was, dude. That shit was. When that baby came out and he turned into that human, I was like, oh no.
Recognize the good opportunity to do this. It's the right play to do.
That shit
so
was
you
great.
both do it, and that's when the synchronization just kind of happens naturally. And
Seeing
that's
it
what
in
we always
motion,
see it
it's
at
just
this,
like,
you
oh
know,
my
at
god.
always a higher level of Monster Hunter gameplay where both players are like, yeah, of course we're all doing Helmbreaker at the same time.
I want to see the people
As
that say that's a
monster
bad
fell over,
movie.
Here it is.
Yeah, he
slashes
sucked her
them out.
titty and he was
Let's
like,
cue up the Helmbreaker. Both of us
Frame for frame.
literally
I think
at the
he was.
exact same time.
There was like a combination. No, yeah, because he went for the titty first. Because like I think what they said was it was confused by its like 2 instincts: the instinct to nurse and the instinct to kill. So it just did them both at the same time.
And that just comes with the familiarity of the game, understanding the monsters, being able to understand the, you know, the animations that are happening. Right, you're reading. The
It's like there's no way,
animations.
bro.
Yeah, and it just, like you said, it really goes to show just the skill. These are 2 guys that were like, we were just hoping to make it to
It
the
was just-
finals and have
it
some
was so
fun, and they're
awful.
still good enough to read those situations together and pull off one of the coolest moments we've
Awful.
got to see so far. It certainly
Who's his
may not
last
have been the
team?
fastest time, but man, I was jumping up here on stage, hoping that that would be the moment that the Rathalos was slain, because how freaking awesome would that
I
have
think
been?
we were both getting like even closer and closer to like where we could see the gameplay. Like yes, like let's see it happen. Come on. But it was an incredible show. Just at the end of it, right? We took the card. You know what? Now it's just time to have top fun. Maybe not top time, but definitely top fun.
Top fun, and that's really what Monster Hunter is all about. Again, come back to the community, the support that you guys have shown today, coming up and supporting your fellow hunters. I mean, they're doing a great job. And top fun has definitely been achieved.
Top
for me,
fun. I mean, I think
for sure. Are you
everyone's
guys having top fun?
Yeah.
That's what
Right?
I'm talking about. All right. Yes.
Yeah, and so, you know, before we, you know, start getting to the end of this, like, let's talk about our prizes, right? 3 of our top teams are going to leave with these absolutely beautiful Monster Hunter Wilds
First place
USA
trophy is an
trophies.
Arkveld
You know,
bust.
Our second and third places are in this silver and bronze with this horn and the the icons for both Chemistry
Yeah.
and Rathalos.
Well, it's
on
like the
them.
neck up.
But then our first place
It's
trophy,
lit-
look at
it's
that
just the neck
absolutely
up.
Stunning.
Then the
Arkveld
second and third place
Plus
trophies
with
are
the
just
first
horns,
place cap,
like
Monster Hunter Wild
the
USA
musical
championship
horns, you know.
on it. Look at how stunning this is.
Incredible. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, it's like a
maybe we
plaque,
should
right?
go
It says
around,
Monster
but
Hunter Tournament
honestly, with
USA
what
in
I've
second
seen
place,
today,
and then Monster Hunter
I don't see
Tournament
the chance of getting any of
USA
these
third place.
Exactly. I don't know how well we would do, you know, coming out of the gate. We've been doing a lot of practice for this, but not so much for
sure.
that recently.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. If anyone doesn't sit down at the table next, maybe we'll have to.
Right, exactly. I mean, these trophies are absolutely stunning, and of course, they will be well deserved by the team that goes home with the fastest 3 times today.
And both participants get one. There's
That's
2
right.
of each.
There's one for each. Yeah,
Yep.
and of course. So we're going to go ahead and get on to our final team, the Hell Hunters. We're here with our first team to finish at qualifiers. So if you guys would go ahead and give us your names and your team name.
I am player 1. My name is Skylar Barreto. My
Okay,
hunter's
last
name
team.
is Burai. Our team name is Hell Hunters. Call back to Monster Hunter 4.
My name is Richard Adams. I was player 2. My hunter name was Pacifica. And as you said, we're part of Team Hell Hunters. So.
Well, great. So how did you guys think your attempt went?
We were really happy with our attempt. We got a pretty solid time for what we were practicing for. It was about 10 seconds off of our best ever, but still pretty damn good because, you know, RNG.
Yeah, RNG plays a factor. We're shooting to be at least in the 145 range. We're 1 second above, so that's pretty dang good for chemistry.
We had some screw-ups, so we still pulled it back.
Well,
Boom, 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 boom. Why are they using bombs? That's bad DPS. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
So it's so funny you say that because we've been.
Oh no, they're just showing the Chemistry's qualifier match footage that they recorded of them. Like, yeah, these guys qualified to fight the
We found
Rathalos.
one that worked very well.
It's
and
like,
very
dude, all these teams
consistent,
are
plays a
not.
big role when it comes to doing this type of thing, and we found what works best for
These
us.
guys
Other
better be
people have their
fucking
own
sweaty.
strategies, But because we refined it so hard, that's how we were able to achieve our time. We were practicing.
These guys
all the way
better
up
be
until
fucking
this morning.
sweaty. Okay.
So far, we have seen some incredible
This team.
hunting today. We are down to our last team competing.
And funnily enough, they were our first team to go at the qualifier. So first ones in, last ones out. Very impressive. They came in and
Double
in
hunting
the heat
horn?
of all the qualifiers, all the teams there put together.
If they
our
got double
best
hunting
time.
horn, it's over. I don't think they got it.
1 minute 49 seconds.
Yeah, something. Minute 46. I mean, it was almost 23 seconds faster than second place. So we are expecting big things
Come
out of
on.
Hell Hunters today.
Yeah, we're building up the expectation, right?
Of course.
I'm really curious to see what the strategy they go for is,
I wanna
right?
see what this
we have
is.
been talking about hunting horn and
I like my
insect
man's
blade. We have
glasses.
seen double longsword. We've seen a little bit of hunting horn and
Quite a heavy bowgun.
Yeah,
today.
and the heavy
We've seen
bowgun.
2 heavy bowguns already. A
So
lot of the sword and shield.
we definitely want to see what these players
Okay.
go for. We're jumping right into the hunt.
Hunting
Our
Insect
last-
glaive, hunting horn.
Hunting horn and insect glaive for our very last hunt of today's run. Let's hear it again for these 2 hunters, giving it their all against the King of the Skies.
We see an early burst pod.
He's
pick up here
doing
from our
pod
insect blade
lures
player.
to drop it down.
Those land.
Double sneak attack.
Great strategy.
Okay.
They can get off the ambush attack, which has an extremely high motion value, which allows them to deal.
Both of them are doing good so far. Bubbles are set up by the hunting horn. Buff. Triple buff up already. Tornado slash. The rising. Oh no, he doesn't go for the rising tornado. Oh my god, I was about to be fucking freaking him. He's doing only focus mode attacks. Okay, this is good so far.
So that was a really
He's doing some good. He's got one part of the stagger on the Rathalos. Oh, rising tornado. No. Boom. Boom. Oh, they got the bubbles down. This is over. It's over. It's over. Oh my god, it's over. It's over. Go.
Focusing the,
The double KO. Ooh.
for those super powerful circle
It's over. It's over. It's over. He's so fucking locked in. Hit it with the rising tornado. Do the tap tap.
The strong descending slash, right? This is the grounded, charged up attack that you have to do before you can do your.
Oh my god, this Rathalos is swimming in bubbles, bro. This shit is a fucking downy bubble bath. Dodge the fire. Okay, he dodged the fire. It's all good. It's all good.
And you are just gonna use
Boom,
it
boom.
impressively
We're
as
seeing
much
those
as
rock
you can.
bursts The bubbles are down. The bubbles are down, bro.
That's really cool. Is you can build stun with those.
This
You can use them
motherfucker
while
is
your
so
weapon
loud.
is
Oh,
out
he got
by
that.
hitting
Oh, they got the flash. They got the flash
Get
off.
Another dunk.
That was
These guys
such-
are absolutely cooking.
Such a
These motherfuckers are
well-timed
cooking.
flash,
Ooh.
right before the
He
fireball
wants to
comes
prolong
out,
as much
right
of this
when the
fuck. Oh
monster's
my
off the
god.
ground,
This
flash
is
up,
it. This is
drops
it. This is
right
the
back
best
into
time.
place. That is just
Under 2 minutes. Under 2 minute time, maybe. They're at a minute and 40.
really locked down. The king of the sky.
Slashing the legs, cutting the ankles.
Crowd control is so vital
This shit
for
looks
these
like a
shorter
fucking.
hunts to be able to keep
Oh
him
my
in
god,
one
they're
spot.
cutting the ankles up, bro. Imagine barefoot walking through the grass, crabgrass, ankle cut. The offset.
I saw it right
Oh my
with him.
goodness.
That offset. He was just lining himself over it. You could see it in the weave of the game, just setting up that offset, putting down an echo bubble.
Offset, bro. The fucking Rathlos was gonna dodge him, and he fucking slapped the shit out of it with the hunting horn. Oh, the bug! The bug is so strong.
Hunting horn, or with longsword, you have to have it with hunting horn too.
Exactly. Yes.
This shit is
It's really important too. I've been seeing how they're using
gaming,
the rock burst to
bro.
just stop the
They're
monster
gaming,
to
bro.
be over top of the
Check
echo
their
bubble.
sexual orientation. They're gaming, bro.
Oh my
229.
goodness.
Sub 230.
That is an incredible time.
This is
Gaming.
not a
Last
time
team
we
today.
thought we would be seeing.
Much
Incredible.
faster.
Oh my
Gaming.
word, they locked it up
Wow.
perfectly, and they nailed the flash.
Wow.
They nailed the flash. The difference.
That is.
Who would have thought the
you
sweatiest
think about it, it is
motherfuckers?
such a big.
They don't- yeah,
such a
they-
big strategy, such a big time save that you can do just to just send a
Wow.
flag, stop the monster from moving, and lay it on the ground. Let's just jump directly into a replay so we can see some of the highlights of that
That
hunt.
was incredible. We'll be getting the replay a little bit. Our booth is working on pulling that
That's
all
just
up.
crazy.
Okay, and we are back on the
So,
replay.
I mean, let's
That
talk
shit
about
was
the beginning,
insane.
right?
Just from the
Let's go
start,
sneak back.
you knew
Both
these
players-
motherfuckers were sweaty because they did like the hella optimal shots where someone grabbed the pod in the arena and they shot the floor to force the Rathalos to land because they're like, we don't want to deal with it fucking flying.
It is very difficult to be like, yeah, we're both.
Because I don't know,
right now.
because I don't know
So
if you know that,
sometimes
Pat, but
you
like
see
if you
countdown, sometimes
if a
you see,
monster
some
hasn't
other cue,
seen you
and
yet and you
both
shoot like a
players
pod
are
on the
just
ground,
setting up,
it'll land and be like, what the
you
fuck was that?
their buffs, their damage, what they need.
These
to do with their
fucking
weapons. I
guys,
mean,
oh
how
my
fast
god,
is
this
that?
is
I didn't
was
even
a
see when he
fucking,
got triple buff. It
they
came out
cut him up,
so quickly.
fucking
just like
filet
doing
mignon.
This rising slash combo and descending slash.
This shit was
strong descending
insane.
slash
The
combo on
bubbles.
Exactly. We don't see him go for the rising slash too much. He's
The
just
bubbles
using
were
those
right where they
circle
needed to
attacks,
be,
which are the
dude.
highest damage
The
attacks
damage you
we
can
don't
see,
have
the
corrupted
bubbles
mana,
coming off.
which none of these loadouts do. And the hunting horn does
Oh, oh my god, the way
KO,
the
so
Rathalos got staggered into the bubbles so that as they get triggered, the wound that it's on, just oh my god.
Burst used right there to flinch Rathalos, and then the focus strike on the head to really root
Jesus
Rathalos.
Christ, this shit was an ass beating. I don't know if we would have been able to beat these guys.
Monster wounds
flash is
always
just
damage.
I think we would have
there.
taken
Look at
second.
this timing again.
The rewind.
Let's go
Let me
through
see the
this
rewind. The rewinding it.
slowly, because
The bubbles
there's a
on the head.
fireball coming out of Rathalos' mouth right here. Ready? There it is.
I mean,
flash instantly after it.
That's insane that he got the flash so fucking clutch. The fireball, the big fireball, was about to hit the insect glaive player, but he hit the flash broke right at the explosion in front of him, and it fucking, that shit was insane. Fucking,
It's incredible, and the positioning to get to the side.
shit was
where you know you're
insane,
safe from that
bro.
Fireball, you don't have to dodge. You can save even more time.
They hit
by
the
just
back.
Instantly hitting that flash. They drop his head straight into the echo bubble, which we've been talking about a lot. The Hunting Horn has done an exceptional job of pulling off the wounds on the head in order to cue up those songs again. We got the offset melody queued up, the echo wave blunts to help build up that KO. I mean,
Using
this
the
is
focus
impeccable.
strike, that's using the focus strike very intelligently. Let's use the focus strike, let's set up the melodies that we need, and I can keep that
And that
aggression
offset
and keep
again,
gosh,
just like you
it's
talked
just
about. Can we
too
run that
good.
back just
Oh
a few
yeah, we
seconds?
have to
I gotta see
go
that
back.
offset. Gotta see that
We have
offset.
got to see that again because it is just it's too
shit was
good
fucking insane.
not to watch over and over and over.
Even like the small tags that they did get.
Cool. And this is one of those offset too that
I want to see the offset again. I want to see that. Who did the offset? Yeah, the fucking hunting horn offset on the claw tag was insane.
And Rathalos is coming at him very quickly there. So being able to, because you have to go back and then release to go into it. So very nice there.
It is
Super
such
strong.
a cool way to gain control of a fight.
Absolutely. Yep. And it's, again, with the flying, they didn't go for a mount, which is something we didn't see out of a lot of the teams. Using those offsets to kind of freeze him while he's in the air is just, it made this run. It made this run happen.
Yeah, I mean, let's just take a look at some of this gameplay for a second. I mean, come on.
It's just incredible. Yeah. Just soak it in. Look
It was
at these
insane.
echo bubbles going off.
It's impressive. It's impressive, to say the least, keeping the monster over the echo bubbles. Every single time the
Which was
hunting horn
insane.
plays a recital, the echo bubbles deal damage.
Exactly.
And the toes are just in it perfectly.
Exactly
so they're
what you
all
need.
dealing
Small
damage
Lands
to
on
it.
PC?
So this is just
Is it
really
crossplay?
good heads-up play, where to keep the monster at.
What the fuck?
how
How's it not
to
on
continue
PC?
dealing the damage.
And we see him play a melody while Rathalos is inside of 2 or 3 of those echo bubbles, and that's ultimately what brings him down in under 2.5 minutes. I mean, an absolutely perfect run. I mean, I couldn't
that
ask for
sucks.
anything to go
That
better
sucks.
there.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, like, and what a great way to end this is just seeing some really well executed monster hunting at the very end of our USA Championship finals.
Very impressive. And of course, we hyped up the Hell Hunters quite a bit by saying how good their qualifying time was.
And they delivered.
Exactly.
They delivered with our fastest time on stage today. And
Just
much faster than
incredible.
any of us could have possibly. I didn't even think.
I mean,
that
this
gonna
was
happen.
the lowest we thought we would see times, and the best circumstances we didn't think we'd see sub 230. And wow, they pulled it off in front of everybody.
They did, and they really, really did. And I mean, everyone out here just joining us for this final moment of the championship, it just feels so great. So once again, let's get another round of applause for everyone that participated.
And then we're going to go ahead and send it over to Joe and Mike for the trophy ceremony.
All right, that wraps it up. We're here with the trophy ceremony. Let's give it up
Biggest
one more time
Smokes is a
for
pretty
all the
good name.
participants. All right, I'm here with Mike Lunn on the brand team for Monster Hunter. Mike, any comments for everybody?
It was exciting. It was a roller coaster. We were kind of expecting a lot of stuff in the back, but our expectations are blown away what we saw. So congratulations for the top 3. But of course, everyone, thank you for joining in. We had a great time with you today. Thanks again for coming out.
All right, so let's get the teams up here one by one for the trophy ceremony with 3rd place, Team Bruh. All right, let's give them one more round of applause, everybody.
Damn.
All right, with 2nd place, the Karting Club.
2nd place, Karting Club. Get him out of here.
Congratulations. Give it up for them. Woo. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Give me pause. All right, well, the 1st place trophy is a little big, so we're it's going to take a little bit of time here. And we got to be careful with it, so no pressure to Mike.
This is
Let's
a
cheer him
big
on so he doesn't
trophy. I
drop
want
it.
to see this one. Oh, they get 2 trophies? Oh, it's not that big.
All right,
It's like,
and our winners are champions of the Monster Hunter
I don't know.
Wild
It's like the size of a
USA
PS2.
Championship. Hell Hunters.
Drop him. Drop him. Drop him. Drop him. Drop him. Drop him. Drop the trophy. Drop the trophy. Drop the trophy.
Let's get a picture right there.
Yeah, these motherfuckers
All right,
sweated.
let's break down that hunt. Let's just
scared.
go over here for a quick interview, guys. All right, Hell Hunters, an incredible run there. Let's break it down.
Bandages.
So the first thing we discovered at some point was that there's rock bursts in the quest that you can pick up. And if the host of the quest shoots the ground,
host.
Rathalos will hear it and land. That gave us the sneak attack opportunity instead of having to mount it and wait. And then Insect Glaive had Flare 5. And so my whole goal was keep consistent uptime on him and create wounds for the hunting horns to
Barlow
go
likes
crazy.
K-pop.
So on top of that rock burst, we saw we were able to get a sneak
No.
attack. That whole sneak attack allows me to get a whole 4 songs on my song queue list before the hunt even starts, giving us attack up S and pretty much all our other buffs, so we can just go right to town on Rathalos. And like he was saying, him keeping all the wounds and me keeping him grounded to the ground, that's the name of the game, and we were able to smash him.
So you guys had a game plan going in. But the execution part, that's the hard part, right? Like the pressure of being here, you got the live stream and everything, but you guys nailed it. Tell us what that feeling was like.
Oh man, so we made sure that our practice was about consistency over flashy times. So like Insect Glaive users, when we were seeing videos of the quest, they would release the big super attack, but they'd have to wait and get the nectars back, and that makes it really tough and has downtime. So we were just thinking, hey, if we do this setup, we can have consistent responses from Rathalos every time, and then we know what's going to happen. So landing it live was a totally different story, though. We're on a different console, different platform, but it still came together, and it just felt great.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Like after like the 2-minute mark, it's really easy to run out of damage options because like our script is only set for like a certain amount of time, and then we just start freestyling from there. We were still able to pull it off, and that's pretty much what he was saying about consistency. As long as we're consistent, that's all that matters because we got that 229. It's crazy.
You guys were the very first ones this morning, and the very last time. So you had to watch everybody play through this whole time to see where you're gonna go. How do you handle the nerves?
Oh, that was the hardest part. We were sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and had to just be like, oh no, when are we gonna go up? Honestly, shout out to those other teams, though. They were fantastic.
It was just exciting to see all the different kind of weapon combinations because we also tried so many different weapon combinations during the Chemistries quest. Originally, we had Longsword and Dual Blades, but then we hit a wall, so we were like, all right, let's try Dual Blades and Blue Blades. So we practiced that. And then same thing with the Rathalos quest, just seeing everyone use all their different weapons. It was really fun to see, and it's just really hyped to see everyone land like all their perfect moments and hear the crowd cheer. It was a lot of fun.
All right, well, guys, congratulations. You are the champions of the Monster Hunter Wilds USA Championship. You guys have been amazing, and you had an amazing run. Appreciate everything, and you guys get to take home this wonderful trophy.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, we hope you guys have a good rest of the show, and thanks so much again. All right, before we wrap up, we're gonna let our winners off stage, and we're gonna bring the casters back up one more time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, they do.
Some fans for these guys. I know. All right, Jao Bagel, Lord Vietner, been an amazing day. How are we feeling?
Oh, it's been a ton of fun. It's been super great.
Man, this shit was 8s.